And we are live,
Hello!
except
Whoa!
David's camera is inside of mine for some reason, and mine's in Joel's.
Like sewing span, this is
Let's fix
weird.
this. Anyway,
I mean,
what's up,
you don't
Inside
love
everyone?
of
it when
you?
I'm inside of you. Now I'm inside.
Yeah. Listen, we're making movements. It'll be fixed in a second.
Y'all seen Forgetting
I'll get
Sarah
to
Marshall? Just thought about
Yeah.
that song, the Inside of You. Sorry.
All right,
Take it away.
What's the story?
Anyway, couple announcements before I start fixing up this overlay. No Kate tonight, if you haven't noticed. She is having moving troubles, so we'll see. Yeah, she said she'll probably be back next week. So
What's in the box?
And also, we have new emotes. Finally, the Redrick emote and the Ren emote and the Velkin emote finished processing. So Redrick and Ren are available for tier 1 subs, and since Velkin's kind of our little 7th DLC character, she's going to be available for tier 2 subs. We want to make them free as soon as we can, but that's going to take time of being an affiliate, and then eventually we'll be able to get a few free emote slots for you guys. And I believe we have followers?
We have one new follower, Ricardio the Heart. Thanks for joining us, my dude. Or dudette.
Is that the Adventure Time part? Is that correct?
I don't know.
That's from
Adventure
Adventure
Time.
Time, yeah.
Yeah,
Adventure
yeah.
Time, yeah. Ricardio the Heart.
Friends.
Cool.
Yep.
We're going to very
Distant land.
Thank you.
And Joel, how far along is the podcast?
Oh, podcast. We have stuff going on there. So, the podcast, we are up to episode 4. So just still quite a bit with episode 4 released yesterday. And then episode 5 will be releasing on Friday. So we'll keep doing that bi-weekly schedule until we get caught up, which will be for a hot minute. Just kind of ticking out there. But yeah, we have some people looking at them, but please spread the word. Tell people, hey, there's this fun podcast. And so we can try to get more traction, more people wanting to pop into the Twitch stream, but whatever it may be. We like having people, we like entertaining people. So please share.
Exactly.
Yeah, come hang out.
If you don't like your eyes, you can now use just your ears. So that's for all you.
If you do,
if you're not a fan of your own eyes, just use your ears. Anyway.
I'm sorry, real quick.
Special eyes.
Gordon.
What's up?
I am off center.
Yeah,
I can see
I'm
the
gonna
side
fix
of
it
someone.
as soon as
Okay,
Turn
cool.
starts the
All right,
recap.
cool. Okay, apologies.
Anyway,
All right.
Yeah, no problem. But that's all I have. So I don't know if anyone else wants to throw anything in there. If not, we can get to the recap.
Oh yeah, last thing, Term. I love your modern art mug.
It's actually R2D2.
Super disturbed by the fact that Term decided.
Well, Egg Ball is dead. I'll see y'all next week with a new character. Good evening.
This has a lid, so when you take it off, I guess I have them backwards.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Like,
See,
no
that
one
would have been
holds
more.
their love with their mug with the left hand, so it's just weird, right? Like,
Peace, mate.
no,
Well, I mean-
David, they don't exist.
Well, okay. So, I mean,
Those people are just wrong.
I like to think that most people,
They're
most
a myth.
people are right-handed. That makes sense. So,
Just kidding.
You
I
want to
love
look at your
all-handed
mug.
people.
All-handed people.
Hand.
There are no
No-handed
wrong
people.
hands.
So you got hate for him.
No wrong hands.
Not even lay on hands. Anyways,
Okay, are we ready to start then?
Yeah, let's get it.
my Discord is dying, but let's go.
Are you
Oh,
ready
no.
to start, Mac?
I am ready to be heard again. There's no doubt in my mind.
So, we continued our adventure as you all were heading towards the town/city of Hardcastle, where we previously knew that Calder grew up. At least this was his childhood home. Before you guys decided to enter Hardcastle, you disguised yourselves. Well, Calder and Velkin were disguised using changing the color of their skin, because knowing Hardcastle and its reputation, they do not like the Drow. See them as dangerous and enemies of the people of Hardcastle. So, one, Velkin being a Drow, and two, Calder being labeled as one growing up here, you decided to disguise yourselves with makeup to kind of dye and change the color of your skin. Getting closer to the city of Hardcastle, you can tell it was quite fortified, with guards patrolling the walls. There was a checkpoint outside the main gate, in which you were questioned of why you were entering the city. In which you were you told the guards that you were part of a traveling band of performers. After being questioned why you have a giant metal ape in the back of your cart. When you eventually headed into town, the main road kind of led into this big open market where you could see all sorts of types of different vendors were setting up their stalls and getting ready for some sort of what looked like a market the next day. Calder, you just kind of looking at the city in general, noticing that it was definitely a lot larger than you remember it being when you left 12 years ago. You housed the horses that you were riding at the stables while you guys decided to go take a look around Hardcastle during the night. Instead of heading to your father's tavern, which you knew was the Copper Beard, you guys decided to head in the opposite direction because Calder wasn't sure he was ready to meet his parents again. So you guys went into the opposite side of the city to what was known as the most popular inn in town, the Great Keep Inn. It was rather busy and very exciting in there. You met a few different individuals who had a trained hawk that would collect your coins off the bar and drop it into a bucket. You learned that this inn was ran by the Reeves family, which seemed to be like a more prominent family within the city, at least that's the way they were talking. A few things were noticed inside of the tavern itself. Redrick noticed a few curious-looking individuals who are adorning armor and weapons of different sorts. Two individuals looking like they were dressed differently with these dark purple cloaks than the other two that they were talking to. And Redrick decided to burst in on this seemingly private conversation. Who they quickly wrapped up that conversation. And went on their separate ways. And as they left the tavern, Redrick and Ren decided to follow a pair, the pair with the dark purple cloaks. Though try you did, Redrick, you weren't very stealthy in your approach, and as they turned into an alley, they met your follow with crossed arms as they were leaning against the wall, waiting for you. Essentially, what they told you is to quit following them. One thing Ren did catch before they wandered off, after telling you, Redrick, to piss off, was that they had business with the Ebenford. Or what they really said was the Ebenford waits, that they had some business. After discussing what this Ebenford might be, Ren and Redrick decided to go to the Copper Beard without Calder and without the rest of the party. After having some discussions with his good friend Cassis, Calder was convinced that it was definitely time to go to the Copper Beard instead of waiting here all night without making that decision. It seemed like Cassis almost made it for him. Out of an annoyed state, and with a sigh, Calder decided to head in that direction as well, alongside the rest of the party. When Ren and Redrick eventually made it to the Copper Beard, they found a small, single-story wooden building that seemed a little bit run down. Well, not as busy as the Great Keep Inn was, with only about 6 or so patrons within the establishment, and a young elven gentleman that was running the bar. He ordered some food and some drink, and by the time it arrived, the rest of the party arrived to the Copper Beard. The first thing that happened was that Calder decided to go and talk to this mysterious-looking bartender that he did not recognize. When he kind of began to search for some answers of why his parents weren't actually in the inn, the ones that he was expecting to be there. with the eventual sad news he was given, this young elf that was running the bar had told him that his parents had died a few years back to disease that had ran rampant through Hardcastle for some time, which was eventually staved off by the Hardcastle family themselves. This young elven male told you guys that he was entrusted this inn, the tavern, by Calder's father when he passed. And also told Calder that it was especially hard on his parents when he left 12 years ago. For the sake of brevity, Calder and Castus decided to visit Calder's old childhood home, searching for answers that he was looking for but did not find, as when he went inside the home, it was rather tidy, and saw some different kind of flashbacks and memories of his childhood throughout the house, which didn't seem to make his situation any better or more cheery, even with Cassus's words of encouragement that he was trying to give him the entire time they were walking through the home. At last, Calder was trying to eventually leave the home when Cassus stopped him by giving him a large bear hug, in which he was eventually elbowed in the gut and left lying there on the floor, breathless, as Calder took his descent back down into the main living room of this place. As Cassus kind of writhed in pain on the floor, his gaze met a familiar figure, of an individual clad in all silver armor. And a familiar figure to him because he had seen it in a vision a long time ago whenever he decided to partake in the water that grandmother had given him in the Chandlewood. This same individual stopped Cassus as he tried to follow Calder and gave him some words of advice. But he asked Cassus what it was to be a father. And kind of gave him some words of wisdom in that respect. Telling Cassus to treat Calder with some respect here and give him his space. Not knowing who this figure was, Cassus took the words of advice and decided to not follow them, really, as he went and pestered Calder a little bit more in the main room of this childhood home, as Calder stood under the mantelpiece where he saw the sword of his father and the shield that his father used to wear. Eventually, Castus convinced him to take the shield, and Calder himself took the sword. And together they, after some strong words, left the childhood home and headed towards the graveyard, in which Calder was told by the one man in the tavern his parents were buried behind a old church of Mileki. The two traveled there, and what they found were 3 headstones. First of Gorstag and Silana Vidar, Calder's parents. And next to those, a third one, bearing the name of Calder Vidar. Some emotions were had, and just as Calder went to strike and destroy the marked grave that was named his own, his blade was caught in midair. And at seemingly the same time, Cassus, your eyes were caught by 6 shooting stars flying in the sky just above you. Calder, as you were stopped there by the hand that had now gripped your wrist, you heard the familiar words, justice and good above all. You turned to see the same familiar silver-haired woman that you had seen whenever you drank from the water that grandmother had given you that time in the Chandlewood. She talked to you a little bit about your father, and that he was a merciful man, protected the sick and the innocent. She also told you that he took an oath. Justice and good above all, honor and fealty to the king, honor and respect to righteous innocence, honor and duty to the balancer, to her mercy and the justice maker, honor and protection to those that are lesser, honor and correction to the enemies of justice and good, honor and forbearance for oneself, was the last thing she said. She told you now that Calder dies there, but now a new one is reborn, and asked you to take the same oath. At the beginning, it seemed like Calder was sort of hesitant. He may even still be hesitant. But he agreed that it is just as much as an end, but as a beginning as well. And as the woman that you had seen in your vision left, you jammed your greatsword into the grave, which was marked as your own, leaving it there in the ground. That is where you and Cassis decided to head back to the Great Keep Inn. In the meantime, our friendly neighborhood Velkin had kind of wandered off from the rest of the party and disguised herself as an elven woman and slipped on in an engagement ring. She decided to go back to the Copperbeard alone and introduced herself as Emily, a betrothed to Calder, and that she had heard the horrible news that his parents had passed. She told the elf that was running the tavern that Calder was on the road, could not be present for this meeting, and he seemed rather happy and surprised that Calder was still alive, and was rather, I would say, he wasn't reluctant to tell you everything, but he seemed rather excited to spill the beans about what had exactly happened to Calder's parents. Eventually telling her that his parents were friends with the Hardcastle family, and it was them who placed this bartender in Calder's parents' service. He asked Emily, or Velkin, for Calder to visit when he could. He would love to see him and catch up and show him around. And he eventually bestowed to Velkin a small wooden box with a silver latch on it, and mentioned that it was Calder's mother, and she had left this little box for him. Eventually, Velkin, Calder, Cassis, and the rest of you went back to the Great Keep Inn, dropping your disguises. But in the meantime, Ren and Redrick, still being their sleuthy little selves, decided to go look for anything whispers within the night. And they found a rather shady group of individuals just outside the Great Keep Inn, who were discussing the Ebonford, with less than hushed whispers, which you guys picked up on, that there was a 20,000 gold piece bounty on their heads from Lord Hardcastle himself. Eventually, you all made your way back to the Great Keep Inn. Some words of encouragement were tried to be had throughout the party. In the meantime, we were looking, and Isaiah, your character, Isaiah, decided to have grandfather look over these items to see if they were magical. And that is where we left off.
I
Inside
had
the Great
actually,
Keep Inn. Go ahead.
I had just cast Detect Magic.
You were the one that cast Detect Magic. Sorry, apologies.
Isaiah was going to identify them, but he saw the mark on the palm.
Mm-hmm.
Correct, yeah. So, I guess with Detect Magic, what do I see?
Other than the things that are already on your party, you what's the range on Detect Magic?
30 feet.
30 feet, yeah.
Okay.
And the sword, the shield, and dagger are all out on the table.
Mm-hmm. None of them seem to be magical. The items.
Oh, Including the sword?
including the sword.
Okay.
Kind of like in the awkward silence around the table. Just like, so Rin and I heard about some bandits. Something.
That's specific.
Enlighten us a bit more on that.
Evanford?
Yeah,
Sounds like they might be. Yeah, that's what they're called. It sounds like they might be causing some of the problems with stuff getting into the market.
Big old reward on them, though.
Yeah,
We were
20,000.
considering skipping this town entirely to go do the thing we had to do because we're on a time crunch.
Well, that was before 20,000 gold came into the conversation, though.
Hard to spend gold when you're dead, though.
I mean, because we do need to go. It's tempting. 20,000 is tempting.
If it's that big,
Egg?
it'll probably be here when we get back.
Egg Calder. What are
I
you
guess,
thinking?
I'm sorry, just as a reminder,
Egg's gone.
Egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Egg
Right.
had left the party speaking in a language y'all couldn't understand, and went up to one of the rooms.
Well, Falcon Calder. What do you think?
What? Pardon?
Well, apparently there is a large bounty on some people that Redrick seems very keen on going after now.
By the way,
20,000
just to
gold.
give you guys the general atmosphere, I did tell you this at the end of the last session. Maybe I didn't, but I am going to tell you now. It is later in the night, as you guys have returned. You did go to the Copperbeard relatively late. That whole thing transpired probably with only in about an hour that you guys are away from the Great Keep in here. But it is kind of into the later parts of the evening. So the place isn't as packed and or busy as it was whenever you guys first arrived. There is probably about 10 to 15 patrons still sitting in the nightly drunks having a blast. But the bar that may have been playing music has packed up his things and left. So there is conversation and rowdiness still, but not as much as whenever you first arrived here. You still see the same bartender behind the bar, handing out drinks and things to patrons, but just to kind of...
These people the bounty's out on,
Yeah.
why? What are they doing? Or,
As far as we can tell, bandits outside of town, big group, call themselves Ebenford.
Making it difficult for goods to get into the market.
you think they're behind all the disappearing things and sheep?
Could be. I mean, I'd assumed it was more monstrous in nature, but, you know.
No,
Yeah.
It wasn't
usually
any.
leave blood.
It wasn't any blood until the one thing we dealt with.
And
Yeah.
not to, I mean, I don't want to go too far, but this certainly seems like yet another black themed thing. Ebenford, Onyx Stone, Black Tree, Black Gate. This might be connected somehow.
Yeah, if not for all the other hell we've been running into lately, I'd say that was paranoid, but you might be right.
Well, if somebody's coming back to rule, he needs an army, doesn't he? Well,
Fair.
they, I should say.
Well, if you say it like that.
Sounds
Why
to me
don't-
like the Ebenford needs dealt with.
Hey, if
But
we're
now-
staying here the night anyway, might as well look into it tonight, see if we can do anything.
You could check the bounty board.
There's probably a lot of places that are closed by now. And
We have any-
There's-
yeah, I know that doesn't necessarily stop us, but
Yeah.
We got any leads to start with?
Kind of. Those people that were here earlier, they talked about the Ebenford.
Once Redrick scared off.
Yeah, those ones. They Turns out Redrick's not all that sneaky sometimes, so they caught him. But
Hey,
when they wandered off,
is
sometimes,
the
yeah,
key
I just
word
said
in that
sometimes.
sentence.
That's the key word that I said. Anyway, so they
Not-
mentioned the Ebenford as they were walking away.
Not all that tactful ever, but
Yeah.
That's fair. Can't argue with that one.
Any idea where they went?
A general direction.
Any idea where the Ebenford's at?
That one
I-
can't be too hard to find out. Just asking around. If there's a bounty on him, someone's got to know.
Yeah.
But
It's probably on the bounty board, just like a general area.
If there's a bounty that high, there's probably a lot of people who've gone looking and
Oh,
either
yeah.
haven't come back or didn't find them.
we found an asshole outside that thought he could take it. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, he was an asshole.
But yeah, I'd say it's worth looking into. I don't know about you all.
We do it tonight or rest up in the morning, then do it? I mean, the sooner we can get this settled, the sooner we can leave, the sooner we stop Sloan and all that. And
Or
yeah.
or this is something that gets dealt with later, and we deal with Sloan now.
Yeah.
Because we're already behind him. Our whole purpose is to stop it from happening. We get distracted by some random bounties, and we're not going to make it in time, and then the whole thing was fucking useless.
Redrick, you're the only one that notices this, but you see two individuals walk into the inn, or the tavern, or tavern inn, both. It's both. You bastards.
Hey!
I hate the difference. Hey, yeah, exactly. Stalactite and stalagmites, you know? Same thing. All right. Two individuals. Actually, what you notice that kind of catches your eyes, two individuals quickly leaving the tavern, seeming to be commoners, because they are pushed away at the bar by two what looks like Hardcastle guards, who take seats at a stool. One turning and facing your group directly, the other one speaking to the bartender.
Do I catch any details of the people that got pushed out?
You can go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Sure. I remembered to pull up
Let's
my
roll.
character sheet. There we go.
Ren, what's your passive perception?
Oh,
I think it just went up.
nat 20
Yeah,
for
I
a
thought
24.
If it did,
14.
you also
Damn.
noticed this then.
I also noticed this.
Yes.
Okay, so the people got pushed out by the guards. The two people got pushed out by the guards.
Yeah, they seemed the details that you noticed, they seemed like common working people of the town. They didn't seem like they didn't have anything like on them or anything like that. What you noticed that they were kind of shooed away by the two guards. Told them to get up and leave. You noticed yeah, and they got up and they briskly left.
Where were the guards before this? Did the guards just come in,
They
or
walked in, yes. They just
so the guards walked in, shooed those two people out. Those two people left, and now one of the guards is looking at us.
Yes, and the other one seems to be talking to the bartender.
So with my nat 20/24, did I recognize anything? Like any marks, any kind of like purple cloaks?
On the two individuals that left?
Yeah, that got kicked out.
No, they just seem like commoners.
Okay.
Is the mental connection would still be up to who did I make it to? Castus and Isaiah. I'm just gonna in their heads. You're just gonna hear. Heads up, guards at the bar. Keep an eye out. They seem to be looking over here.
Are they looking at us or are they looking at Calder?
Oh, good question.
Because Calder wiped off some of the paint, right?
Oh, and Velkin
yeah.
did too. Shit. Ugh.
Is Velkin
did
here?
Velkin? I thought she. Oh yeah.
She dropped her disguise and walked in.
Mm-hmm.
Did she have her paint still on though?
She does.
Okay. But Calder doesn't.
No.
I just throw like a blanket over Calder as they're looking at him.
We'll actually go to the stuff on the table and, like, almost reverentially pick up the dagger and be like, if you don't mind, I'll hold on to this. I'll get it all set up for you. Do what I need. Maybe you should,
Take good care of it.
of course. Maybe you should hold on to these other two things, like, now.
Ren.
Yes.
now kind of noticing that Calder's completely kind of smudged his paint off. He looks rather disheveled. Even though you did a really good job, you also notice that the paint is beginning to fade around the edges of Velkin. It's harder to tell because she's a rather lighter color. But just kind of that notice like that. Oh, shit! It's also coming off of Velkin too. Not as not as noticeable to anybody else's eye, like unless they're really looking. But paint doesn't last forever.
As I notice this, I'll just kind of briefly mention it in Castus and Isaiah's heads that I know Calder looks like a wreck, but Velkin's starting to get a little worse for wear too. And she's going to stand up and say, "I'm going to go get another round. Does anybody need anything?" And then just kind of
some food. I'm a little hungry.
Okay, sure. Yep.
Another drink.
Yep. I've got all the arms, and she's gonna walk up to the bar, kind of trying to act nonchalantly. Stand like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet away from the guards to try to get the barkeep's attention, but just wait patiently and see if she hears them, anything that they're saying. Okay.
As you get up, you don't quite make it to the bar before the gentleman that's sitting facing you gets up. He stands a little bit taller than you. He probably stands about 6'2", 6'3". A rather stout individual. You can see a broadsword on his side and a shield strapped to his back. His armor seems to be more pristine, as he has sort of a metal helmet that kind of comes down across over top of his head. It's rounded. He has some chainmail that falls down over his shoulders. He says, "Hold on, miss. We have some business with you." And as you do, the rest of you notice that 4 more guards walk in. 2 flank both sides of the door, and 2 kind of walk up to the rest of your table and just kind of stand above you. The gentleman puts his hand lightly on your shoulders, Ren, if you will, please. Kind of pushes you kind of back to the table with a motion.
Okay.
Very gingerly and stealthily moved my pistol from my holster onto my lap, so I'm still kind of underneath the table, but it's sitting on my lap open.
Okay. Did we all see this interaction with Ren?
This is happening now.
As we're being surrounded.
This is all kind of happening within 10 to 15 seconds.
That went up. That would be a 19.
Okay, a 19. You silently pull the pistol and place it on your lap.
Can we help you, gentlemen?
At that point, they don't say anything, but they acknowledge you. Another individual walks in through the 2 guards that are flanking the door. This man is much larger than the rest of the guards. Stands close to probably 6'6". I would kind of say he resembles the Mountain from Game of Thrones in his stature. He's extremely tall. One of the most muscular individuals that you've ever seen in your entire life. His skin is dark in color. It kind of resembled the same skin tone of a bod that had come from Ormentar, but he is dressed in this fine, what looks like chainmail mixed with mixed with leather straps that kind of flow and cross all throughout the armor itself. His cloak flows down behind his back, down to his boots. It is all black. The cloak itself looks like it is made of raven feathers mixed with some kind of this deep, thick fur. And it kind of plumes over his pauldrons. He has a massive white beard that he has one singular braid into, so it kind of contrasts against his very dark skin. And his hair is in these 2 massive braids that kind of go back and tie around his neck. All right, everybody. I'm going to have to ask everyone to leave. Official business of Lord Hardcastle.
You are Emotes, get out of here.
The guards put their hand on your shoulder, Redrick, and just kind of sits you back down. The 12 or so remaining individuals kind of look at each other and whisper before it's kind of a comical scene as they kind of all single file walk out of the bar.
This is getting a little too familiar.
And you see Miss Reeves disappear behind a curtain and behind the door, in the back. She's gone. She runs just as much as the rest of us. Yeah, so
Does the hawk stay?
Wow.
the hawk does stay, perched on his little, just above his bucket of coins. That is, it is rather overflowing at this point in the night. You notice. The large man, doof, 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 with his black metal boots, kind of slowly clomps up to your table with heavy footfalls. On his back, as he now gets closer, you can see this massive greatsword, except it's not straight. It's almost like a zigzag pattern. And it sits probably a good 2 or 3 feet in width. This sword is massive, and it would take a tremendous amount of strength for any individual to actually carry it.
Goddamn cloud.
Pretty much.
I like his
It is
aesthetic.
pretty much a cloud sword, but with curves.
Jesus.
I am Warden Ravenscore. And I'm here to tell you that you all are under arrest.
Under
Why?
what charges?
You are an enemy of the state, and under the command of Lord Hardcastle, this is his command.
Just how are we enemies of the state?
I doubt
Look
you
at
even
you.
know my name.
You look at me. Calder stands up. What are you trying to say, friend?
Oh,
I
it's
would
just not the
not
night for
do
this.
what you are thinking, boy.
I'm gonna make sure to finish my drink real quick.
The other two guards, as you
Jesus
stand up, that stand next to him, both kind of like slowly begin to pull their swords from their sheaths. They don't completely, but just in a cautious manner, right? As you kind of stand up. Now, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, but I promise you, none of you will make it out of here alive if you decide the hard way.
Sure. Just out of curiosity, what exactly does being arrested entail? Like,
You will
what's
be
gonna
housed
happen?
beneath Hardcastle Manor itself until the Lord himself would like to speak with all of you, condemn you, and charge you.
Condemn us.
Indeed.
For existing?
Companions may feel that they are innocent, but housing a criminal nonetheless could be a charge.
You think I'm a drow?
It does not matter what you are.
Yeah.
You are an enemy.
Tell you what, I'd love a word with Lord Hardcastle.
The rest of you, lay down your arms and come with us.
Rin's just gonna kind of smile and very easily just unbuckle her sword belt, take off her bow, and say, "I'm unarmed."
He looks at the rest of you expectantly.
I'm just gonna keep eating.
You hear from the
like,
door
some
at this
bread.
point. If I may interrupt, and you see another 2 individuals walk in. The same 2 individuals, Ren and Redrick, that you had seen following you in the alley. Warden Ravenscar, I think we can handle this. He turns to the individual. Ravenscar turns to the individual and says, "Footstabber, I told you to stay out of this. And you too, Perkor." "Yeah, well, big man, take a walk. You don't want to piss off Lord Hardcastle. So listen to us. Take a walk, we'll take care of these two, this group here." "He will hear about this. I'm about tired of you both intervening in my business." He shoves past the long, silver-haired individual and the small, blonde halfling that you had met in the alley the night before. Both clad in what seems like heavier armor with the dark purple cloaks. "Well, men, it seems like we've been off the case once again. Come on."
Shame.
There's this awkward silence. It seems like he's not like mad that he didn't get to arrest all of you, but just that his duty was interrupted. Him and the 6 guards leave. But just before he does, he puts his massive hand on the human individual's shoulder and says, "I warn you, this is the last time. After tonight, you are not welcome here any longer." My camera went all fuzzy, but still.
Still not welcome.
No!
Whoa!
No!
But
Whoa,
still,
whoa.
gone.
Still.
But still.
Can you guys hear me?
I can
Yes.
Hey,
So-
there you are.
Beautiful.
hear you.
With that,
Quick
with
question.
Go ahead.
Do I remember anything about my father or parents having any kind of relationship with the Hardcastles?
Roll me a history check. At disadvantage.
So, well, that's gonna be super.
I love how all this
5.
is. I love how all
do
this
not.
is.
Okay.
I love how all this is going on, and Eggball is just deciding.
Yeah,
Which room should
peacefully
I go
upstairs.
into? I guess I'll go in that room. Maybe Calder will go in there, and then just kind of shuffle his way in and start preparing it. Just start preparing his bedroll, expecting to sleep on the floor.
So, just as a reminder, these two individuals, one, the human male, had these odd crimson-like eyes, these amber red eyes that kind of glossed over. He doesn't, you don't see any pupils or irises. It's just this odd sensation over his eyes. Long silver hair. He carries a long sword at his belt. It's beautifully crafted armor with these dark purple cloaks that you've never seen before. No symbols or anything like that that you noticed when you first initially saw them, Redrick and Ren. But eventually they turned to both of you. "Apologies," the man says to all of you.
It's okay. Can you please tell us what the fuck is going on?
Thanks for the hand, by the way.
The halfling kind of gives you a snarky giggle. "Do you mind if we sit?"
Sure
Right
thing.
ahead.
And
No, I'm kinda
at the halfling's little snarky laugh, I'll say, "Something funny, Willis?"
He just kind of gives you a glare as he slowly pulls a chair up to the table and spins it and kind of sits in front of you. Nope.
Calder stays on his feet.
So you had to run away when it was 2v1 in the alley, but now you want to 6-on-2? It's your style?
It wasn't running away. What you were doing was rather rude and uncalled for. You could have just asked.
I did, and you didn't tell me anything at the end there.
After you rudely interrupted our conversation and followed us into an alley.
What? Yeah, that one's on him. So, who are you guys?
Give me one moment.
Besides better odds, that is.
I still have my gun out. It's still in my lap, still hidden. I still have my gun out.
Did the barkeeper ever come back?
She is not. You guys are the only individuals in the bar at the
I'm
moment.
gonna get a bottle of liquor and bring it to the table.
Eggball is right now
Put a
wishing
couple of
he.
gold on the table next to us.
Eggball is wishing right now he had ordered room service before he had went upstairs.
My name is Percor Hamelin. And this is my compatriot, Wallace Footstabber. He kind of just giggles at the name. We are acolytes. Acolytes helming from Ompentar originally. From the monastery of Kellamvor. But our charge has been postponed for time. Kind of just gives you a nod.
Do I
And
know
what is-
Kellamvor? Or do any of us know Kellamvor?
You can roll me a history. Anybody that's proficient in history or religion can roll me a history or religion check.
Neither.
Dumb.
Is Isaiah the only one?
Wow.
The only one that reads, aside from
Well, Velkin,
I guess
Velkin.
Belkin.
but I
Can't
got
we?
a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. I will roll for Vulcan as well.
Street
Sure,
smarts.
sure.
That's what I got.
Right?
She also got a dirty 20.
Oh,
You both know that Kellenbor is the god of judgment and the lord of death, the judge of the damned. You do know that the clergy of Kellenbor does a lot, but they are known for like tending to, I would say, the wishes of the dying and do a lot of like providing burial services for those who died alone. But they are all also set on known for like curing diseases. But most importantly, they are known for destroying undeath. They are the doom of the undead,
Cool.
essentially, is what they are known for.
You two certainly seem very far away from home and in oddly powerful positions for acolytes.
Like I said, our positions have changed mildly since our time in the monastery.
What, is there something wrong with death around here that you need to tend to?
Not really. Anymore. There were some investigations of and rumors of monstrosities and things appearing all over these parts of the land. But we are not charged. We are not under the charge of the monastery any longer. We've kind of went our own separate ways.
Hurried into the Hardcastle's favor, apparently.
I would say so. There was some trouble at the family crypt that we are here to investigate. We're hired.
The Hardcastle Crypt.
Indeed.
Huh. As they're, I'm gonna kind of lean off to the side towards Velkin. Can you send Yorns up to get egg? Is that Yorns capable of that?
I can do that.
You probably
can
won't be
try.
down here.
Yorens. Fetch Eggvol. Cat leaps off of the your friend Velkin's shoulder and heads, and you hear a thump at the door, Eggvol.
come in.
At that point, you just hear another. You hear like scratches at the door.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I would have already had like my bedroll set up. I'm just kind of like sort of sitting there looking at my walking stick. Just kind of use it just like help myself up. Though I don't really need it. And I'll go walk over to the door and I'll open it and just kind of like look down. Hello?
Uh-oh.
You hear, and you see Yorens, kind of wings tucked in. He pads around in a circle for a moment, kind of waits for you and begins to walk away from your room towards the stairs. Kind of floats just about 2 or 3 feet off the air, or off the floor.
No, wait, come back. Okay, all right. Wait for me. Hold on. And I'll just I'll just like follow wherever it goes.
So Hardcastle's men first try to arrest us, and now, what? You want our help?
And what does any of this have to do with the Evanford?
Why don't you mention them? This has nothing to do with the Evanford.
How did they react at the name Evanford?
Give me an insight check. And what do you know about the Evanford? My
I
curious
got
dragon friend.
19 on insight.
He seemed, it's hard to say. He kind of seemed surprised that you had mentioned the name. He seemed rather surprised that you, brought the name up in conversation. Not surprised that you guys knew about the Evanford, but that you brought the name up in conversation.
Okay.
Just what we heard since getting into town. And it's stopping anything good from being on the market. Big reward on him, though.
Well, like I said, our charge here has nothing to do with the Ebenford.
It's pretty weird that you were talking about him last night then. I mean, earlier tonight.
Earlier.
Time. Whoa.
This works. That was just me.
Yeah, you're good.
Sorry, ask that question again.
Pretty weird that you were talking about him earlier tonight then.
Like you said, they are the talk of the town. 20,000 gold pieces is no cheap bounty. But as much as we know, it's probably as much as you know, causing the Hardcastle family quite the problem on the road to and from different parts of this region here. Though I think the monsters are more of a problem than the Ebenford.
Oh, well, if the monsters are more of a problem, then we should just go deal with the Ebenford real quick. Dealt with enough of them.
Well, the Hardcastle family has their own people to deal with the monsters. The Shadowwares. A group of individuals that call themselves, acolytes of Maliki. For a time, they've been hunting these creatures, coming back with bounties of all sorts. But that is not what we are here for.
Yeah, pardon. You'll have to forgive me. I've lost a lot of patience tonight. Just what the hell do you want with us?
So, I have a particular gift that was bestowed upon me by the gods. I see that some of you have certain capabilities. Let's just say magical capabilities, am I correct?
It's a big
Kind of,
assumption.
he just whispers at this point. Well, we did see when you came into the town that great beast that you housed in the back of your cart. We took a little look. Curious how you have him alive? Kind of looks at you, Isaiah, questioningly.
Seems a little rude, doesn't it? You could have just asked.
Lady has
Curiosity.
a point.
Mm.
Anything powered by the blue flame is could be a problem. A lot of destruction has happened because of those types of magics.
We've
anyway.
seen plenty of blue flame that was not actually blue flame, to be fair.
But that ape out there, actually blue flame? Yes?
That ape is interesting.
I would agree. But what, I'm sorry, but the paints, it was a good idea. He looks at Velkin. But I can sense your abilities from a mile away. Also, just changing disguises within the open is rather risky business, I would say as well.
It seems like a lot of you telling us stuff we already know. I believe we asked
I'm
about.
not here as a threat, but asking a favor.
Yes.
It is only my compatriot and I. And if you could please aid us in investigating the crypt, I'm sure Lord Hardcastle would be greatly appreciative. It's just an ask.
I have a couple of questions.
Absolutely.
So, first question is, why would Hardcastle want us to investigate his crypt when he wants us arrested? First. Second, if it's just you and your compatriot, then who are the people that you were talking to earlier?
Funny you ask. It's not really the Hardcastle's request that you aid us, it is ours. And the reason I am going to ask for your aid is, let's say I could point you to the Ebenford themselves. You help us, we help you.
You don't think Hardcastle will be a little pissed you let a gray skin in his family tomb?
Lord Hardcastle, let's say, owes us a favor. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Yeah, hell, I want to do it just to piss him off. I'm in.
I'm assuming I'm with the party at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you do for favor? It seems someone powerful had to have done something significant.
Let's just say we removed a little bit of a problem that was standing in his way some time ago when he was trying to log a larger portion of the Chonderwood. We had to grease a little bit of palms. There was a very large brown dragon that we had to get rid of as well.
How long ago was this? And Eggwall, after having to hear Brown Dragon, just kind of tense up and seems seems much more interested now in the conversation.
This was years ago, whenever Lord Rupert began his head as the family.
Means nothing to me. Time.
Years, I already said that.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get at how many.
Oh, to get to be an exact, probably 5 or 6 years ago, we dispatched this dragon.
And this
Oh.
this new lord came into power then?
Lord Rupert Hardcastle has been in power for some time, but relatively new whenever we slayed the dragon for him, yes. It was whenever we were still part of the monastery.
How did take out Dragon?
Well,
What did
we
do?
and the Shadow Heirs, together, took it down. As easy as that. It was
What do you
all-
mean easy as that? Not easy as that. What do you mean? What'd you do?
Well, there was magic involved. Let's just say the Shadow Heirs in particular are very good at what they do. Hey, maybe you will meet them someday. And they can teach you everything they know. They are
Maybe I
based out of here.
will.
And this favor you ask of us, it'll stop Raven Dick from coming back.
I
And more trouble.
I assure you. He comes from the northeast to be exact. He's been with the Hardcastle family for some time, appointed as the current Lord's bodyguard when he was just a child. He's trusted, rather mountainous man, cold-blooded killer in his younger days, but he seems to be tamed. But every once in a while, the hound has to be loosened, and that is Lord Hardcastle's hound.
Fuck it, I'm in.
We go tonight.
Hey, that's even
Okay.
better.
No, wait. Okay, so what exactly is happening in the crypt?
We're not sure. We've heard rumors of
Great start.
rumblings of darkness that appears from inside and outside of the crypt in impenetrable darkness. First, we thought it was Drow, but after further investigation, we saw no signs of it. We've scoped the perimeter. There are no signs of movement, or rather much activity at all. But we have not dared delve deeper.
Well, shit, what are we waiting for then? Let's go.
Just have to stop by the car real quick. Make sure our friend comes with.
You can take as much time as you need. We could meet you there. It's just below Hardcastle Manor. You'll see an old, decrepit steeple and monastery. No markings. And a graveyard. Meet us there.
We gonna get arrested on the way?
Warden Ravenscar knows to follow orders when he's told them. You will not be bothered.
Okay, so we help you, and then you're going to tell us about the Ebenford that you claim to know nothing about.
Oh. Yes.
And keep
Okay.
Raven Dick off our asses.
That too.
I
I
have
can't assure
more.
you that she'll be off your ass, but I will tell you everything I know about the Ebenford.
I have more questions of Dragon. You have time or ask later.
I prefer to ask later. I don't know too much about the state of dragons in the world nowadays, but I can tell you it was quite the battle. We lost many men.
I bet. Not surprised.
Hmm.
Anyone know more outside of you?
Like I said, the Shadow Heirs. They were the
Where
one
are
that formed the
they?
hunting party. They are, as far as I know, out on a hunting or a hunt. Some kind of odd mismatch of beasts is what they were calling it. Terrorizing the
Yeah.
road.
Not a lot.
We're familiar.
Yeah.
You said
But they rode out about 10 strong to go figure out exactly what it was. They left this morning.
this dragon's
Live here.
dead, right? You
The
killed
dragon's been dead for years, yes.
So they
Alright.
live here. In town.
Shadow Heirs, yes.
Yes.
Yes, they reside within the monastery of Maliki, on the other side of Hardcastle.
Egg.
Huh.
Let's. We know it seems like you really want to talk to them, which is great. So how about we do this
Afterwards.
first?
Afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not here right
When we
now.
talk to them.
Yeah. When they get back.
Assuming we survive, we'll sleep, we'll get up, we'll go talk to people about dragons.
We'll be fine.
So you guys have been in town for a while?
Sometime, yes. Not a while, if you would like to define, but about a week or so, we've arrived.
Did you come across anybody named Sloan or anybody in a red cloak?
I know nobody of that name.
Was there any
Okay.
particular disturbance in town within the past few days?
Just rumblings
Explosions,
outside of town, and
monsters.
what we are here to investigate.
I've been thinking about that, and if they were going to do something, they'll probably do it tomorrow when the market opens.
Who are they? Kind of begins to look at all
It's
of
the
you.
I
Evanford.
wish we knew.
Information's a
Well,
two-way street.
All right, let's go. Let's take care of
Let's
business.
deal with this little problem at the crypt, and then we can sort things out once you get
Yeah.
back.
Then we can be friends and talk.
Okay then. If you all needed to gather your things, meet you there?
Yes. Assuming you know the way. Calder.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there.
Very well.
Get Ook.
He kind of gives you a small bow in his chair and stands up. Well, it was very nice meeting some of you. The two of you again.
You didn't see me the first time.
Pleasure as always.
Right. And you.
Right.
We will meet you there.
Sure thing.
Hey.
And don't take all night, the halfling says as he begins to pack his things and leave.
I want to like hawk a spitball at him, but I don't have any.
I was thinking about grandfather, but that's a little bit too much.
Let's not antagonize the people who are going to be helping us in a crypt.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a quick favor for the Lord will keep his assholes out of our pie, so to speak. Y'all ready to reclaim Ook? Get this fucking show on the road.
Let's-
Yep.
Yeah.
No time to waste.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna grab all my shit, just leaving my bedroll, and I'll come back down.
Okay. So you gather your things. Is there anything else you wanted to do to prepare while you're at the tavern?
Just make sure there's like
Wish-
at least a couple of gold on one of the tables for the hawk to grab whenever, because that was a whole mess probably for them.
Yeah, as soon as you put it down, it's within seconds the hawk flies over and snags it, drops it in his bucket. You can see a few copper and silver that ting 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 onto the bar as he places the gold on top, sort of
Right.
displacing some of the older coin.
Tuck what's left of the liquor bottle in my pack for later.
It looks like I might not get to this tonight, so here, you can have it back, Calder. Keep it safe.
Stick it in my belt, like at my backside.
Tomorrow.
All right. Well, Calder,
Yeah.
lead the way.
Let's go. Slam the door open and head out.
So it does take you about 10 to 15 minutes to actually reach Ook. You see that he is no longer in the cart, except he's sitting next to it, just kind of like a statue. He sits unmoving next to the cart, so his eyes are dull. You don't see the flame inside his chest initially, Isaiah, which kind of makes your heart skip. Until you get a little bit closer, as you can see the flame kind of reignite, and his eyes go wide, and you see his head just slowly turn towards your party.
Come along.
Did you
bud. We've got some
Take
work
him
to do.
out of the cart, Isaiah?
There's conversations that need to happen, but that's for a later time. Ook, why don't you walk with Calder up ahead, and we'll follow.
As Zook comes up next to me, I'll pat him on the shoulder. I'd get bored in there too, buddy, and start walking.
As we're walking, I'm gonna send Ook to go with Calder leading the way, and I'm gonna grab Ren's shoulder and pull her back a little bit, so we're like 30 feet away.
I think we should still have a psychic connection. It lasted. It was 3 hours I rolled for. So
yeah, but does Isaiah really use the psychic? This guy knows how to use a cell phone, man.
The radio waves.
I really just text when you're in the same room. I mean,
It happens. Then yeah, in your head you'll just hear, did you still got a few of these left, the connection thing you do?
oh well, yeah. I think I can break and make connections a few times, but I only have 2 connections right now, and like if I make new connections, I'll have to like end these connections.
All right, maybe it's for a later time then, just in case something happens. But if you get the chance, could you try this sometime with Ook?
That would be. I don't know why my mic wasn't picking me up. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. Actually, I'm super interested.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I think it's fun. No, if yeah, assuming that we do great tonight and like don't die and everything, and I still have energy, I'd do it tonight.
all right, then maybe when we get back.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. One.
Actually, as we're walking, I imagine probably just like near the back of the group, with like Calder leading the way. I'm gonna see if I can find Castus a little bit further away from him, and just like real quick, just like, you gonna be good?
I'll be fine. I don't know what you're what you're implying.
All right, that's it. That's all.
Okay. So, all of you, with the help of Ook and Calder, take about a 20-minute walk to the manor of Hardcastle. As you get closer to the manor, it kind of begins to loom. You can tell that this castle, from a distance, already loomed over the city itself. As you get closer, you can tell that this estate is massive, and the tower itself, the big round tower that looks that looked relatively small when you initially got here, you can tell is massive. Probably standing about 100 feet or so in width, just in diameter. You look up. It's probably about 30 to 40 feet in height. It is big. The estate itself is fenced off with these big black iron bars, until eventually Calder kind of veers off to the left, as you can see the small remnants of a steeple in the distance. It is the dead of night. Some of the moon peeks through darkened clouds above you. It kind of gives you some light. Like I said before, the town of Hardcastle is relatively dead during the evenings. The nightlife here is almost non-existent. Eventually, you can see that the black iron gate that surrounds the estate of the Hardcastles kind of juts out almost into the street, as it now surrounds a large graveyard that you all approach to. Calder, your hand reaches the cold iron. As you pull it, it gives with a creak. The sound of the fence kind of creaking as you pull the gate open. You begin to walk down this cobblestone path. The fog settles in around you in this colder night. Headstones, large monuments kind of surround you as your party walks. You can see probably about 20 to 30 feet in front of you this old, decrepit, what looks like probably an older church at one point. Now has been kind of converted into a crypt, as you now see Wallace and Percor leaning up against it, just kind of waiting, speaking to each other. Noticing you all kind of approach, he says in sort of a whisper, "You have arrived. Thank you again." Oh,
Sure.
you brought the beast. How delightful.
His name is Ook.
Ook. Right. You see the halfling kind of walk up to him and ting, ting, ting. I didn't know he could walk.
Say hello, buddy.
Not sure
Ook just kind of
beast
looks
is
down at him. Ah!
Not sure beast is an apt term. He's actually more civilized than most people I know.
That might be a good point. Well, if you're ready, follow us. Torches, do you have them?
We've got one.
Yeah, well. Pull out.
For a time. Just wait. Only when we need them. Just making sure we all had one.
Okay.
I just want to ask. Probably should have asked before. So, everything that we recently gained from the level up, we don't get that till we don't get that till we the long rest, correct?
Correct. I would say that you guys get your abilities, just not the HP bump.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah, so let me actually... That's funny how that happened.
Now,
Okay.
prepared spells, they need to be prepared over a rest. So anything that
Makes
wasn't
sense.
prepared. But if
Okay.
you have features or abilities, you would have access to them now.
Sweet.
What about the always prepared, like subclass spells?
Right.
That's fine.
Do we get the
Those are
spell
fine.
slots? Yeah,
Right. Exactly.
perfect.
But if like you to prepare a new spell, you need to take
Yeah,
a rest,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's what I meant.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure. All right.
If we're all ready, then I can lead. My eyes let me see relatively well in the dark.
Same.
Shit.
All right. Do we need to like worry about traps or anything like that?
I'm not sure.
Are you good at spotting stuff like that?
My eyes can see a lot, my friend.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll walk next to you.
Do we need to worry about being quiet?
It's unknown. We can be as quiet as we can, but with kind of looks past all of you. I don't think we're going to be. Just be prepared for anything.
That's good.
As far as we know, this is not a relatively deep crypt. It's not like winding tunnels or anything. It houses the family lineage of the Hardcastle family. So, are we ready?
After you.
Oh,
Very
wait.
well.
Isaiah, do you want to grab my shoulder? I can lead you in.
Sure.
You know what? Torches might be a better idea.
No,
I
we
forgot.
can do the dark. It's just
Calder draws his father's longsword, kind of lifts it up and down, feels the weight, spins it around a couple times, adjusts his grip a little, kind of gets a feel for it, and then runs his other hand along the blade, casting light. And that'll look kind of silver, the glow.
I
That
will
works.
pull up my pistol and then cast light on it as well.
you have a lightsaber now.
Huh.
I will
It'll
take
hit
out
like
a
one
torch and
He
light
looks
it.
to you, Castus, and says, "Have you been on the seas?"
The the seas a while ago for a little bit.
Is that where you got this? Kind of like points to your weapon.
Oh, that's a long story that we really don't have time for. We have to get in that crypt now.
Yeah, let's get a move on.
Keep your secrets. I've seen many of people with those. There's nothing as intricate. Didn't know if I had a captain in my midst. Anyway,
Nope. Just
Follow me,
deckhand.
Foot. Follow me, Foot. And stick close. He kind of looks to you, Ren.
Sure thing.
And you guys begin to descend these stairs. That lead about 20 or so feet down into darkness. Along the walls, you can see set in the wall are sconces. That as he walks by, he lit his torch. Porco begins to light the sconces, lighting the stairway deeper. All of you can see that about 20 feet or so in front of you, large wooden doors that kind of close the entryway to the crypt. As you guys begin to descend, he looks at Wallace and says, "Do you see that?" As they stop, he looks to you, Ren. Look. And you look down where he's pointing. You can see that at the base of the door, where the door would swing open, you can see marks that have kind of like would look like the doors have been moved recently throughout the dirt. Somebody's been here.
Oh, fast.
Are there any tracks or anything like that, or?
Give me an investigation check.
Plus 8 is 17.
Looking around, it seems like there are obvious boot tracks just in front of you, around this entryway, around the doors. Someone's been here recently. He looks at you.
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
I'm keeping my towards the back, keeping looking out the way we came, making sure see if anything's coming our way, anything coming around. Let's make sure we don't get attacked from behind.
I'll also hang out near the back. Just kind of like taking
Oh,
caboose in case anything comes behind us.
5.
5. Okay. You do
Anyone
not
else
see
have
anything at this
reason?
moment.
Anyone else have reason to come here, aside from us?
Not that I know of. I thought this was going to be some sort of otherworldly creature.
Okay. Back the line, Dave or Isaiah and Castus are both going to hear. Heads up, we're not the first ones here.
Did they go both ways?
That's a pretty personal question.
Very good. Very good.
God damn it.
Very good.
I mean, technically, there's more than 2 ways. There's a whole spectrum.
Yeah. I grew up in the 90s.
True.
Do the tracks go both ways?
They do. You also, your eyes kind of lead you to the stairs where you see leading up and down. Seems to be a set of 3. Humanoid.
3.
Booted individuals.
Excellent. Something squishy. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Well, prepare yourselves. As he and his both grab both sides of the door and walk. The doors open with a. They kind of drag against the stone floor, and in front of you, you can see a chamber that opens up, sort of in a round circle. Before, just as your vision you lose sight in the darkness within, you can see a hallway that leads out in front of you. Perkfor kind of takes his torch, begins to look in.
Yeah, I'll look too.
Give me a perception
Keeping an eye out for traps and things. Let's do this one.
Keep calling Perkfor. His name's Perkor.
Parkour.
Parkour.
Purkor.
10.
You do not see anything. You see him close his eyes for a moment, and he opens them, Ren, and begins to peer inside, kind of moving the torch out of his vision. I do not see anything either. Let's go.
After you, big guy.
He
You might
pushes
see
through
something if you use
alongside
that
of.
torch a little more. It seems like. Never mind.
Alongside Footstabber, they walk in. Do the rest of you follow?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Keeping towards the back.
Keeping towards the front.
As you all enter, you enter this circular chamber, and around you, you see 6 statues. It's hard to make out the detail in this light. The chamber probably sits about 20 or 30 so feet in width, until the next hallway is probably the same distance. With the torchlight, you can barely see the features of these statues that are kind of inlaid into the wall. But Perkor, he doesn't really stop to investigate anything. He continues to move forward. Down, you can see tattered, like remnants of a red carpet that would have initially led into a more beautiful, like, crypt here, but now it seems to be worn just from time being down in here. The stone walls themselves covered in dust and dirt. The smell of, like, damp earth and mildew is strong down here. Well, we continue on then.
After you. And there's just nothing else in the chamber. There's no noises or anything.
Give me a perception check.
Kind of just like looking around a little on high alert just because we don't know what we're going into. I'm going to divine sense as well.
Okay.
13.
Celestial, fiend, or undead?
Celestial Fiend, Undead, Consecrated, Desecrated in 60 feet.
As you close your eyes and reach out with your senses, one thing does kind of tingle your spidey senses. Something celestial
Celestial, and where is it?
from behind you.
I turn around. Is
see-
it Castus?
It's Castus.
God damn it.
Very
You see me
good.
like whip around real quick and look at you, and I'm like, turn go the other way.
But there is a difference. Seems to be stronger. The feeling, if you remember previous, when you were at the tree, when you've reached out these senses before, there was always a semblance of Castus in your rearview mirror whenever you would kind of reach out. But now it seems like there's a connection. Like it was instantly, you knew exactly where, who.
Okay.
As we're moving through, Isaiah's gonna start paying attention to the structure of the area we're around. He's gotten really familiar with underground structures and how they're built, and he's gonna keep an eye out for, walls that look like there's extra space or stuff like that, or anything that like it doesn't fit with what you would actually build, just to build what you can see.
Okay. Give me an investigation check or a perception check.
I know which one of those I'm going for. That's not great, but we just got a little better, so that's 15.
15. You begin to take a look around your surroundings. It's harder, even with the dim light and the light spells. Eventually, you kind of walk up to near one of the walls that kind of houses the statue. And you see a robed man who has a goatee. You can't really see any facial features, but you see that he holds some sort of a book in his hands at his chest. And he's kind of looking up. But the structure itself seems to be rather, I don't want to call it weak, but it has not been tended to in many, many years. Right? Anything else?
Can I do another look behind to see if any other movements since we've moved further into the area?
Perception check.
Come on. Okay, don't fuck me. Don't fuck me.
Extend
Oh, damn
beyond
it.
this area? Like, is there a door or a hallway?
Yeah,
There
there's a
is a hallway that you can see now that you're in this chamber. It descends a small flight of stairs. You can see Percor and Footstabber kind of waiting for you guys as you just take in your surroundings.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in that way.
I'm gonna quietly say to the group, "What do you think the chances are they were housing some kind of artifact down here?"
I'd say 50-50 at this point.
I'm more worried about whether or not there's a door they didn't know about to something else.
Isaiah, what did you roll on your investigation check again? I apologize.
15.
Okay. And what did you roll, Cassis?
8.
8. One other thing you did notice. There is something engraved on the floor in the entryway. It's hard to tell exactly what it is in this low light, but it takes up almost the entirety of this chamber. You would have to take some more time to thoroughly kind of draw out in your brain to see what it would look like, big picture. But you can see there's grooves set in about a half-inch that you can see is drawn in a large pattern around the center of the room here.
He starts to take out a notebook and take no, right. We got a plan. We should go do something. Let's move.
Okay. Marching order as we continue through here.
Towards the
still
back.
I'm still towards the front just to help with like trap spotting.
Okay.
So Ukin
Stay on
Calder,
Ren, like white on rice.
Isaiah, Castus, Redrick.
Yep, I'm taking the caboose.
Egg, where do you want to be?
Redrick loves that ass.
You know it.
I guess I'll be the tower that is in the middle of our castle of a party.
All right, so
Okay.
you
And
need-
I think we will
nice.
keep Falcon near you.
And I will just constantly be keeping an eye out, like behind us.
Okay.
Listening.
What's your passive perception? 14, correct?
Yeah, 14.
Okay. So you descend these flight of stairs, and when I say it's a flight of stairs, it's 10 or so stairs. They are wide in length, though, so you guys are like slowly descending into this larger, what looks like antechamber. Around you, as the light kind of picks up in the room, you can tell it is quite a large room. From you to the back wall, it's about 80 or so feet. You would judge it as about 80 feet in width as well. But as Percor and Footstabber kind of enter the room, you hear him say, Ren, what happened here? As he kind of begins to wave the torch throughout the chamber.
What do I see?
You all recognize that there are coffins, not coffins, but sarcophagi, sorry, throughout the room. About 8 to 10 of them. They seem to be disheveled, moved, some cracked and destroyed. You can see some resemblances of some skeletons like inside these things. You can see some like old embellished cushions that kind of clash with the reds, the darkness in here. You can see the red carpet that kind of leads to this one main sarcophagi.
Divine sense.
Connor's been trying to squeeze that out for the past, like,
Yeah, I've been
30
waiting.
seconds.
Like, as soon as he
I can
started
see
saying
it.
this stuff, I was like, divine sense, divine sense.
You reach out, and you do not sense anything.
I have a question. All this like destruction, does it look at all similar to the like church or any like burning? That, like,
Oh,
we
okay.
had seen
Give me an
before?
investigation check or perception, either way.
And could it also look like the sarcophagi that were disturbed, like were they disturbed from the inside?
That is a good question. Perception or investigation?
14 perception for me.
Ah, fucking Christ. That is a 9 investigation.
It's hard to tell. The destruction is. It seems the one thing you can tell throughout the chamber. It seems like the destruction is old. A good layer of dust and mildew sits on top of these broken sarcophagi. You hear one thing as Percor says, Rubius, as he kind of jaunts up to the large sarcophagi at the end of the the chamber, and you can see him. He kind of sets his hand on top of it and brushes off a layer of dust. At this point, Redrick and Ren, you both hear
Heads up.
Behind us.
as the door to the chamber has now closed.
Shit.
Great.
Oh, good.
That's
What
not
did-
good.
Oh shit!
Parker say he said Rubius?
That's what he said.
Is that
The
like...
hell is Rubius?
You begin to hear a laugh
Shit.
as he takes his hand off the sarcophagi and he turns to all of you. Well, I am just sorry to deceive you, my friends, but
Fuck.
Blown.
we do think that you may be an easier target to return to Erebar with us than the Ebonford would be. You see,
At
these
this
eyes
point,
can see a lot more than just footprints, my dear.
as he's speaking, the skeletal wings are coming out.
Why would you want to take us to Erebar?
Well, like I said, some of you house quite the interesting qualities. And don't you know, magic is not allowed here.
That's
As he
gonna
draws
be
his blade
a
off
charisma
of his
saving
back.
throw for them.
All right.
Can I cast a spell real quick?
Is that just an innate ability, Calder?
Necrotic shroud, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Charisma
Would I-
saving throw for them. DC 15.
We are going to be rolling initiative.
Yeah, okay. I had a feeling I should have said something. I should have said something earlier. That's my fault.
All right.
Ooh.
Come on,
Okay.
dice. Come on, roll well.
Woof.
That's a
What?
natural 20
Jeez.
Ooh.
Fuck.
and
not
17 on the other one.
Oh, sons of bitches. All right.
Fuck. Oh, that's a
Those are some good
7.
initiatives.
Here we go. And you see
I got 7-2.
the halfling whip out a battle axe.
Oh, bring it on, you little fucker.
Crazy
I've
son
been
of a
waiting for
bitch.
this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well-
give me 1 second.
Yep. Ren, what is your dexterity?
4.
Plus,
Hey,
okay,
that's
so you're
the-
you're fast. You're higher than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My total
Never
initiative
fought people
score
before.
is one is-
We're doing it now.
They have some
no.
nice plate armor, Calder.
Oh, I'm taking it if they die. I'm taking it. Just as a reminder, by the way, skeletal wings, black over the eyes. And I don't think I've said
Creepy ass voice.
Yep. And it's a good thing they
UPS
changed that in
voice.
Mordecai.
Before any the combat starts, Percor does say one thing. Well, that is a little bit unsettling, but nothing I haven't dealt with before.
Shut the hell up in like all these different fucking pitches, and I'm gonna charge him.
Okay, everyone roll initiative then.
Let's go.
Mhm.
God damn it all the fuck.
Yeah, we all rolled like shit. We all rolled terrible.
Not all of us,
Yeah,
but
they rolled bad
I
too,
rolled
so
bad.
we'll go before them.
No,
No.
Didn't he say it was a nat 20 and a 17?
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
for
that was for the
charisma
save.
For the save.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That they if they had failed, they would have been frightened of me for a minute.
Shucks.
Yeah, that would have been great. One time it'll work. Eventually.
I'm the Papa Calder.
See, I told
Hey,
you it wasn't
still
that
get
scary.
that extra damage. So
Yes, I still get the
You still get the extra, yeah.
wait, does Castus burn us since he doesn't have wings?
burn you?
I don't-
Burn us?
Radiant consumption is the third type of sub race, and it deals damage to everybody within 10 feet.
With a radiant soul, which is yet to actually be utilized, it
Yeah,
simply
that's the wings.
grants flight ability and damage to an attack. There's no radiant damage. I mean,
Yeah,
so
but-
no radius.
He's not scourged.
Yeah, I was asking because you didn't have wings. You glowed last time.
I did, yeah, I glowed, yeah.
Alrighty,
You're
25
glowing,
to 20.
Cassis.
22.
Ooh, look at you.
20 to 15.
Oh, guys.
Hey, that's what I like.
Nice, nice, nice.
15 to 10. I need to
Guys!
look
Guys!
Okay, give me 1 sec. Let's see what Vulcan's initiative is.
Not good.
Plus 13, I think she's got.
That's insane.
Yes.
Ooh, as a heads up, I saw 3 sets of tracks.
Very
Oh, good
Close
point.
Very
Uh,
good.
Some fucker's invisible, probably.
Probably.
Okay, real quick.
Okay, 10 to 5.
7.
7.
5.
Also 7.
5, 5, 5. Oh boy.
Yep, you would be Calder.
Oh,
I was
Calder and
ready.
Isaiah.
Yeah, I was ready to be last.
And a slow
And I
poke.
charge at him. Real slow.
Oh,
Zero.
no!
Low period.
Oh.
Roll the
Isaiah,
natty
you're
1
four.
minus 1.
Oh no, buddy.
Okay.
Cool.
Be afraid of me. I'm gonna wait while you hit me.
Well, they weren't afraid. Maybe that's why.
You get the first shot.
Which one's free?
Okay. So, the first person to act is Brandley.
Are we going to a battle map?
We are. I had to put you on it.
Gotcha.
Alright.
I'll let you do that for a second.
No, I got it.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes things work the first time I do
Oh wow.
Real
I
quick.
will
Oh, those
put Ook on the
tokens.
battlefield as well.
Oh boy.
Oh lordy. Oh god, oh jeez. Oh, I like the effects too.
Yeah.
Hey.
Nice.
Ooh. Get fancy.
Little dusties.
At you.
I'll give you grandfather there too.
Nice.
They said we'd be nice to take back to Erebar.
That's what
Yep.
they said.
Ew.
Because
I want to go to Air Bar.
I don't want to go to Air Bar under those conditions.
You know what? Actually, let's
Same.
go. I'm with these guys. I'm the third person. That's the third set of
Come in.
footsteps.
well,
I was here.
finish your job, right? Maybe.
Yeah, true.
If you're the third person, you're the first to die.
That's true.
Shit. Has begun.
Okay.
PvP.
So, Redrick, from behind you, you hear a voice.
There it
A
is.
female voice. And she says, "Well, I would really like to take your friends, but you'll do as well." And you feel something pierce through your back. Let me.
Oh,
Fuck.
That there.
Oh.
So she is going to stab you.
Ow.
Resist die.
She can try.
That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep, she did it. She tried.
Okay.
Succeeded.
She did it.
Oh no.
Ooh boy. That's going to be 16 points of piercing damage to you as you feel this rapier just kind of pierce quickly right through your abdomen. Extremely quickly. As you just look down, you can see the blood begin to pour from your wound. Quickly, she looks to Velkin. She says, "I'm coming for you." All right. Next to act. Actually, let me see what else she can do.
No, that's
she
it. That's all.
does. Yes, she has fancy footwork, so she is actually going to move a little bit. to get to my correct thing. So she is going to. Wheel around to there.
How rude.
Isaiah, you do get an opportunity attack. But Redrick, you do not.
Does Ook?
Oh,
Ook does
Well,
too. Yes.
Actually, so real quick, Ook would probably be where Ren is, and I imagine Ren would be behind Ook and Calder.
Oh, okay. Well, position him however you would like then.
I don't
However you
have
would
any
like to.
control.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'll get.
There you go.
This is a lot to
Same
work
settings.
with. So. Yeah, there we go. Cancel. I had him up with Calder.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm gonna reach out and do a fun thing. See if I can taser her in the back.
Taser.
That's
Tase that bitch.
an 18 to hit.
That
Fuck
will
yeah,
hit.
Excellent. And so, as she reaches out, Isaiah sort of takes his warhammer and almost goes to hit her, and then instead uses the butt end, and a little explosion of sparks pops out
Hell yeah.
as he does a shocking grasp
Nice.
for only 4 damage, though.
Okay.
Something.
job.
As she kind of
reaction.
begins to dart past you, Redrick, you reach out and try to swing at her, but by the time you do, she's already gone. And Isaiah, you turn and kind of hit her right in the back with the butt of your hammer. She kind of slides and hits into the sarcophagus before she looks like she's going to dance her way in front of Velkin. That is going to be her turn. It is Eggval. You are up next.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to pull out my long sword and hold it in one hand, and I'm going to, with my other, I'm going to, in my other hand, I'm going to bite my index finger. I'm going to bite it hard enough to draw blood, and I'm going to quickly
transform into
Draw-
a Titan. Sorry.
yeah, rah! I'm gonna quickly draw a basic version of a death rune. That's in giant, and by doing that, I'm going to cast Bane at first level.
Okay.
So, and the 3 creatures that I choose are the 3 fuckheads that we're going up against.
Yeah.
You have to make saving throws? Or
Charisma
they-
saving throws.
Yeah, it's charisma. What's your DC?
Ah, fuck. Hold on a second. I actually have to move. I realize. I'm sorry. But I will stop. Fuck. I'm sorry. What is it? My DC is 15.
All right.
I'm just figuring out which direction I want to go. I'm sorry. Fuck. I'm gonna have to go here for a second. Okay. Yeah, so now they're all in range.
Okay, that is a failure on his part.
Mhm.
Okay. That is a failure on Footstabber's part. By the way, it might not be very clear, but Footstabber is actually this one here, the halfling, and then this is Percor.
Does Percor look like the physically tougher of the two?
It's hard to tell. They both look equally as tough.
Okay.
And that is a failure for her as well. They are all baned.
Hell yeah, dude.
Excellent.
Nice.
So
Top tier Bane.
so I guess
Cast
target
value.
fail. Yeah, so whenever a target fails saving throw, and they try to make an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract that number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
You put the little heart for concentration.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the best symbol I can think of.
Perfect.
And then I am going to. I'm actually going to move back next to Velkin, and I'll just give her sort of like a just sort of like a howdy kind of like slap on her back. And she gains a bardic inspiration. She feels a little warmth in one of maybe her hidden pockets she probably has. No, she's a wizard. But that is my turn.
Okay. All right. Let me get back here. Perfect. Okay. So now it is going to be Perkor's turn. As the battle begins, Perkor draws his sword off his back, and he also pulls off a small metal shield that looks golden in stature, kind of a kite shield. And he looks at all of you. I'm warning you, do not test us. Let us take the elf and the others, and we'll be on our way. I have slayed worse than all of you. And he is going to, let me see. He is going to rush up to you, Calder.
Do it.
What does he want to do, though? Yes. Okay, so he's going to rush up to you, and he's going to, as you prepare with your sword and shield, he takes a quick step, almost too fast for you, and it kind of like confuses you for a moment as he strikes out with his sword. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Minus a
Okay.
D4?
Minus a D4.
Minus a
minus a
D4.
D4.
Ah!
Come on, baby.
It's not bad.
A 19 to hit.
God damn, it'll still hit.
It was worth a shot.
And of course, you don't have your shield.
He gets
If I had,
Yeah.
I do. If I had the plate armor, I wouldn't have hit.
All right.
So,
Just rip it off them while we're fighting. Put it on.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is mine.
you are going to take 12 points of slashing damage,
William H. Macy. Ow. All right.
and then he is going to attack again.
Yeah.
This time, it seems like let me see. He moves at a speed that you are not quite used to. That is going to be a 25 to hit with a D4.
Yeah.
It's a D4?
With the D4. It's not as much damage this
Nice.
time. This is only 6 points of slashing damage.
Guys.
As he strikes me a couple of times, I'm gonna say thematically, I just stand there and take it, like just kind of looming with the wings out, and I just look him in the eye and I say, "Make peace with your gods," and that's it.
Okay. And he just looks back at you and says, "Mine is the god of death. There is no peace," is all he says. And it
I'm
is
the
going
god
to
of death
end his
now.
turn. It is going to be
I am your
Velkin
god
that is up
now.
now. Velkin's turn.
I'm
Okay.
I'm the god now.
I am the god now.
I am the god.
She probably already cast mage armor on herself. So, I think what she is going to do, as a bonus action, she is going to Misty Step.
No
She
need.
vanishes from her position here.
She could just run.
She could. She would take an attack of opportunity.
Nope. Shocking grasp.
Nope.
No
Oh,
reactions
correct.
until the
Okay,
start of an
perfect. I still think she's going to blink away.
There.
She's gonna go there. Alrighty. Then. What would she do now? Let's see here. And as a bonus action, she's going to cast a firebolt. We'll do firebolt. How about that?
Cool.
She had none of her spells prepared, so I prepared all of her spells for her previous to the game. So we're gonna throw a firebolt. We will throw it at let's do our little friend Footstabber over here. So, righty, let me see.
Footstep.
What is her attack modifier? It's a +8. All right, that is going to be a 10. As she reaches out, she vanishes for a moment, and as she reappears, she throws out the firebolt, and it lands and leaves a pockmark on the wall behind Footstabber. That is going to end her turn. I think she's going to tuck herself a little bit farther back there with her movement. Right, the next person is Footstabber himself.
Old Footstabber himself.
Okay, no foot
You just hear him kind of
He knows
begin to
all
breathe
the-
heavier as he takes this battle axe off of his back. As he just charges. He's actually going to go into a
What a
rage.
freak.
No.
If he goes for
Oh,
Ren,
yes.
Ook is going to try and shoulder him out of the way and impose disadvantage.
Okay. He's definitely going to go for Ren.
Little me.
Little you. Let me just make sure. And I think he's going to make these reckless as well, so.
Of course he
Of
is.
course he is.
At least the first one is
Gotta
2
do it.
attacks. The first one is at or just a regular roll, correct?
correct.
That
Minus
is-
4 too. Also minus a d4.
Minus a
Yeah.
D4. You
Please.
Please.
11 plus 6. That is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Damn.
That is
This
going
D4?
to be 6 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then this one is reckless. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
With the minus d4.
Minus the
Yes,
d4.
sir.
All right, then. Yep, that'll also hit.
That is going to be 13 points of slashing damage.
Uncanny
just,
dodge.
Oh,
Digs into you with this very
I'm gonna-
massive.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that one.
Uncanny
Okay.
Dodge is so great.
That is going to be him. The next one to go is Castus.
my fucking distance.
Wait, we had the same initiative, didn't we?
Oh,
Never mind.
correct. Then Ren's
Yeah.
first. Sorry.
Yeah, Ren's faster.
I wrote it down Castus Ren, but it is Ren Castus.
Okay. So, like, ow, motherfucker! Slight moment of panic. I didn't have my bow or anything else out, so I'm just gonna summon a dagger and stab at old Stabfoot real quick.
Stab old stab foot.
Stab him in the foot!
Veronica.
Jesus Christ! Nope, that's a
Jesus Christ.
that's a natty one. So we're just gonna burn all my dice today.
That'll miss.
Oh,
Mm.
I was gonna disengage.
Mhm.
It's engaged.
Get to there, and that is my turn.
Okay. Castus.
Alrighty. This sucks. So I'm gonna put myself a little further back because I like distance, and I'm gonna focus on the bitch here. So I'm going to fire, and I'm going to use Burn a Grit to try to do a disarming shot. So let's see if I actually hit first. Ooh, that's good. That is a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
Whoa!
All right, that is 1d10. Plus, you have to make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Let me pull her back up. 16 minus 3 is a 13.
Ooh, so
Mm.
with that disarming shot, you drop one item held of your choice and it's pushed back 10 feet. So whatever weapon sword she has, it's blown away from her hand 10 feet.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Fuck yeah!
That is 9 points of piercing damage. And my second attack, I'm gonna fire again.
Fuck him up.
That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right,
Place a
and
little mark here for where
Ooh.
the sword fell.
Noise.
good. That is. Am I doing that? Make sure. Yeah, that's 11 points of piercing damage.
She will
And
uncanny
I'm-
dodge that.
All right, and my shots, because Castus has never really fought people. He doesn't really hurt people, so a lot of his shots are not center mass. He's going for like shoulder, legs, kneecaps, whatever is not around chest or head. So just a heads up.
You can see that the first shot that you shoot the pommel of the sword, ting! You can see a spark kind of flash as the sword goes ting, 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 ting. This beautifully crafted rapier that's really long and lank, and just this finely made blade kind of scatters against the catacombs here. She goes, ah, damn it! As another one hits her shoulder as she kind of slams up against the sarcophagus again.
Nice.
Anything else?
All right, that attack. That is 2, and that is the end of my turn.
Okay, Isaiah, you were up.
Nah, Redrick's
Yeah,
before
it's
me.
me. What about me?
I don't have Redrick written down.
I'm on fire.
Sorry.
Oh no!
You're not allowed to go.
All right, that's fine. I just sit down and pout.
Oh no, we've been betrayed.
Apologies.
But yeah, I'll just like look down at the wound for a second, like, and look at her, just like, oh, you're gonna regret that. Get on like almost on all fours, like hands on the ground, just as his face kind of extends into like the maw, and he like roars. I will enter a rage. So let me do that. All right, and then I'm just going to run up to her and attempt to kind of just like pin her against sarcophagus with a grapple check. Is my first action.
Okay.
So she can do athletics or acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an 18 on that.
She got a 14.
All right, so I'll pin her against the wall and then just and like bite into like between her like neck and like shoulder area with my second attack.
Hell yeah.
And that's gonna be a 15 to hit.
That will miss. As you go to bite her, she just pushes you off just in time, kind of holding you back. You're trying to bite down on her neck.
Just kind of like growl, and that's it.
Okay. Alrighty, Isaiah.
All right. Oh. Isaiah is going to do something a little stupid.
You got it,
Nothing
Dad.
more than what he's used to. He's gonna do a little parkour of himself around Calder and his friend here, and be like, you know what? That looks like a really good idea. And he's gonna bash his hammer against his shield, and sparks are gonna start shooting all around it, but in some almost a brassy color, and just wreath the entire hammer as he winds up and goes to nail this guy in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Do I get
Get
flanking
him.
advantage?
You would?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, attack number 1 is 19. No,
Oh yeah.
dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Even better.
Okay, and so as he does that, the lightning all seeps out of the hammer and goes into this guy and starts shedding light in a 5-foot area from the branding smite,
Cool.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
which is
What?
it didn't add much, but 6, 7, 8 plus 4 is 12 damage.
12 points of damage. Okay.
You have
slam
branding
your
smite as an
hammer.
artificer?
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Nice.
As you slam your hammer down, this light just emits from the back of his plate armor and kind of scatters in this lightning-like arcs of energy that kind of scatter against the floor. This energy you think you control. Nothing but chaos! That's all he says in response to you being hit.
That's the fun part. And I hit him again.
Okay.
Excellent response.
Come on.
Whoa! Oh. Thankfully, it was advantage, so I don't have to take the 1, but I don't think a 10 is going to hit him.
A 10 misses. And as you go to swing again, he puts up the shield. I'll show you what's fun. And he turns around and quickly he slashes out at you with his sword. So he's going to be able to make an attack against you.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit. 26.
Oh, yeah. Even with a -4.
With the -4, yeah, even with the -4, 25 is what it would be with the D4.
No.
That is going to be 7 points of slashing damage to you.
All right. And I'll just look over at Ook and be like, remember, buddy, stand in the way. And he's going to move here and take a dodge action.
Okay, perfect. Anything else?
That's everything I can do.
Calder.
It is a long wait down here at the bottom of initiative, y'all.
Yep.
All right.
And you charge
seeing-
them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm there, right? Seeing Isaiah go around to the back and that whole exchange, as he like turns around to look at me, I just kind of look over his shoulder at Isaiah and have like a little like sort of vicious smirk, and then I'm going to 100 mark and fucking unload on homie. 24 for the first one.
That'll hit.
And is it okay if I just roll the second attack as well?
Yeah.
Before I do damage?
Yeah, I don't care. Either way works for me, my friend.
21 for the second.
21, that'll also hit.
Love it. So, first one, sword, I'm gonna smite his ass at second level.
Okay.
Because fuck him. 100's mark. Second level, so one more d8. Sorry. I lost a d8. Okay. Uh, 16 plus 5. 21 points of damage for the first.
Oof.
And the second one is just going to be a normal. So 11 plus 5. 16 points of damage for the second.
Okay, 16 points of damage.
Just like wildly from a state of stillness, having taken those hits and like having that exchange, to just like wildly lashing out with these two strikes.
As you just kind of begin to move in these wild motions, kind of taken aback, Plurker kind of... Then it will not be the news for you. I end you here, is all the response. He seems to be kind of affected by your strikes, but not worried in any sense.
That's me.
Okay. It is now Renly's turn. I was trying to look this up, but I wasn't 100% sure. Does disengage break grapple?
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
with grapple, that also means incapacitated, so they can't take actions or reactions.
That's restrained.
That's not
that's
true.
restrained.
That's restrained.
Oh,
Evan, there should be another 5 points of damage. I forgot to add for necrotic shroud.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. All right. So, what she's going to do instead? Let me see here.
Has no sword.
She could use her action to try and break the grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Bites Redrick.
She might have something else she would like to do, though. No. Okay. She will try to break the grapple then.
Alright.
I'm sorry, but grapple does mean incapacitated.
No, it
No,
does
it
not.
does not.
I-
Grapple literally just reduces your movement to 0. It does nothing
Yeah,
else.
you can still make
But
attacks and everything like that.
I'm reading it right now. So
Well, you're reading the wrong thing, my friend. I promise you.
okay, roll 20.
I've got a 22 on that. No, wait, 23.
The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated.
Yes.
Oh, I can't read.
A 22.
23, actually.
23.
Yeah.
She rolled an 18 plus 6. That is a 24, my friend.
Ah.
As you're kind of about to go bite one last time, she ducks and does a little roll. And she is going to bonus action disengage, pick up her weapon. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and she'll go right there.
But I use my
Um,
reaction to attack. I'm sorry.
She did not go into a path that
I gotta-
got an opportunity attack.
Also disengaged, so.
Yeah, she also disengaged. Thank you. That is going to end her turn. It is now your turn, Eggwall.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I had it, but I lost it because I'm dumb. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That is, I'm sorry. No, okay, so I can't do that. At least moreover, I don't want to do that. All right, I will go over to. I'm gonna move. I guess try to move here and then here. And I will go out with a two-handed longsword slash toward
Okay.
Madam Sneaky.
Go ahead and make the attack.
That is a natural 20.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Go.
It took a second for it to fucking stop. So, remind me again. So are you doing roll
Double
2
the
die
dice.
or double the die?
Double the dice, my friend.
Double the die. Okay. So, is it do turn? Okay. All right. That is. That is 11 points of slashing damage toward her. Saying her weird.
What did you roll to hit?
Oh, I rolled a natural 20 to hit.
20. Okay, so okay.
Yeah.
11 points.
Nature
Yeah.
20.
All right.
Natural 20.
is that
And
it?
I will stay on her.
Okay. As she kind of begins to get her self kind of set after being grappled by Redrick, kind of breathing for a moment, she doesn't realize a large Goliath-like man stomping up as you slice out her, kind of nicking her sword, causing her to spin. She's been bashed around and grappled, and she's rather delirious at this point. But yeah. Anything else, Eggball?
I guess after the slash, I'll just say, "You want to sneak? So can I." That'll be it.
All right. It is now Percor's turn. What do we want to do here?
Render.
Ah, yes.
Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so, all right, so he is going to, first thing he does, he takes his shield and he kind of bashes you away, Isaiah, kind of pushing back, and almost in that same motion, Calder kind of giving you a distraction. He lashes out with a side swipe against you.
Against me?
Yes.
Don't forget that he's baned.
I know he's baned.
He's also, as he's flanked, his attacks are at disadvantage, is that correct?
No, just advantage for you guys to be for your attacks. So that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Jesus, that's minus the D4?
That is with the D4.
Fuck that guy. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, and that's going to be 10 points of slashing
Jesus.
damage.
Calder's looking pretty rough.
And the second one is going to go towards Isaiah. This time, as he kind of knocks you back, Calder, sending you a few steps back. He turns and quickly just does a lunging stab at you, Isaiah.
Ook is going to impose disadvantage on this.
Okay. Well, good thing. One's a natural 20. The D4. So that is going to be a 15 to hit.
15 misses, and he has to do, what is it? He needs to do a dex save as my shield lashes out and tries to wrap him up in some slashing vines.
1 sec. I just want to make sure that I did his maneuver correct. Sure. He has precision attack. I just wanted to make sure.
You add the superiority die to the attack roll.
To the attack roll, not the damage.
Yep,
so
correct.
he needs to add his D8. Sorry, Isaiah.
That's okay. It still might work out in my favor.
That's a 20. After that, he rolled a 5 on the die.
Shield misses.
Shield misses. All right, go ahead and as the vines lash out.
No. Sorry, I cast the spell shield.
Yeah,
Brings
it
the
causes it
hammer
to
up.
miss.
That uses up my reaction, so the vines.
Ah, right.
I
gotcha.
wanted it to go that
I
way,
gotcha,
but
yeah.
because
Yeah. All right. Righty. So he is actually going to move out of that space. Feeling a little bit...
Claustrophobic.
Yeah, but where do I want to move?
do we want to see if it matters where he wants to move first? Because Calder.
We're going right there. Yeah, I mean, Calder has Sentinel, so we'll see, but
Yeah,
that's where he's going to move.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah, it will.
Ace.
Jesus, come on. 11 points damage. Right?
Right.
Yeah, 11 points damage.
11 points of damage. All right, his turn is over. It is now Velkin.
They're lined up nice and
Ball.
pretty.
Yeah, as he
Right.
tries
So
to
his
move away,
legs
I'll like
lightning bolt.
jam into his leg so he can't run and just say, "We're gonna finish this."
Mm-hmm. Keep losing her character sheet. Okay. So I think what she is going to do is... you begin to hear Vulcan Wren mutter in this language that you didn't understand. She begins to cast this spell, and then she reaches her hand out lightly towards Percor here, and she's going to cast Blindness Deafness on him. We will see if it's Constitution saving throw. What she may have saved from...
D4 too.
D4?
Where's the D4? Thank you.
It is such a
Okay.
great spell.
17 minus 3 is a 14. That will cause him to fail.
Fuck yeah, Velkin.
He is now blind. You can see him kind of his eyes go blank for a moment. Calder as his head bows. You can tell something is affecting him.
Just
You check it for
by the way,
concentration?
yeah. I was gonna say, keeping myself honest. Concentration is still up for
Perfect.
Hunter's Mark.
Perfect. Okay, so that is going to end her turn. Next up is Mr. Footstabber. Let me
Mr.
just make
Stabber.
sure.
Mr. Stabber, they call me.
father
Keeping
is
track
Mr.
of these
Footstabber.
spell
Call me.
slots. Okay, perfect. So I think what is he's going to do? Yeah, I think he's just gonna help his friend out here. He's going to reckless attack. You Calder. Two big
Calder.
swings with the battle
guys.
axe.
Oh boy.
With the minus
We have
D4.
potions!
You were asking for it, Calder. You wanted the pain.
At 18 minus 3, that's a 15 to hit for the first one.
That will miss.
Okay. And this one. That's definitely going to hit. 24 minus 4, 20 to hit.
That'll hit. As I kind of like deflect off the first one with the shield, and he maybe whips around and catches me while I'm fuckered with that.
Oh, well, that's going to hurt too. So that's going to be 15 points of slashing damage as he buries the battle axe into your chest. He just buries the battle axe into your chest as you all see Calder fall to the ground. After that, he is going to...
Hunter's Mark is gone.
Shroud is gone too.
No, that's still up. That's not concentration or anything.
Actually, looking around his surroundings, 30 feet of movement, he's actually going to rush towards Velkin. Opportunity attacks can be had by you, Isaiah. Oh, you already used your reaction. Apologies for shield.
No,
So he rushes to Velkin. That is going to end his turn. Ren, you are up.
Okay. I think Ren is going to. I don't think she knows that the homeboy is blind. So she sees Calder go down, summons dagger, gonna chuck it at big fuck off guy. The first one. Is that advantage because he's blind? I can't remember. I have no idea.
I don't know if that gives him advantage. I think he has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Okay.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, blinded attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Creature attack rolls have disadvantage.
Yeah, he doesn't see you anyways, so technically that would be sneak attack, but go ahead.
Okay, cool. So, so the first one's a 15. Oh, that'll hit, probably. So 16 plus 7 is 23. Yeah.
That'll hit.
Okay, and sneak attack.
Nika.
Oh, did my sneak attack just go up?
I
Probably.
believe so.
Yeah.
3d6.
4d6. Yeah, it's
Actually,
3d6, so
right?
4d6 total, yeah.
All
right. Come on. Whew. All right, so 8, 9, 12 plus 4, so 16 points of damage.
16 points
For
of
the-
damage.
First one,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to summon my bonus dagger. And that will be a 17 to hit.
That will miss.
Fuck.
After the psionic dagger kind of hits his chest, you see him. You see the energy kind of dissipate around his armor, and then the second one. It seems like even with the him being blind, that his eyes seem to pick up your dagger's movement. Ting! And the psionic energy kind of blasts off his kite shield.
Okay. After I get the one good hit and I hear him grunt, I'm just gonna call over to the halfling and say, "Your friend's looking a little rough, ankle biter."
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Ankle biting bitch.
I'm gonna run away.
Yeah, I talk smack and then I run. That's my turn.
Okay. Castus.
All right, seeing that Calder is down, he
Hello.
instantly wants to help his friend, but so he's going to do what he can do. He's going to shoot, and since he is blinded, I get advantage. Ooh, not good, not good. 17.
That will miss. Oh, as soon as he parries the dagger, he almost just turns almost at the right exact time, and you see a spark kind of get sent flying off of the shield.
All right, second shot. Oh, even worse. Nope. That does not hit. So that's empty. That action surge because I am a glutton for punishment. My barrel is empty. However, I'm gonna try this. I kind of aim the pistol at him, and these sigils begin to appear as I cast firebolt at fucker.
Mm.
Nice.
That's much better. That's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, that's 2d10 fire damage. Oh shit, that is terrible. That is awful. Only 3 points of fire damage as this little squirt of fire hits him in the head.
That is the
All right.
worst, isn't it?
And as it hits him, the two fire bolts kind of puck off of his armor. You can tell he's shaken by it. He just begins to laugh. So we have another one. Good. Another prize to take back to Erebar.
Not going back to Erebar, and that is the end of my turn.
Okay. That is going to be Redrick. You are up.
All right. May I stand over Calder's body, unconscious, or
You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, that guy is kind of on the easiest path to me right here. So I would just kind of look around and then just kind of run on over to this guy on all fours and hide under
I'm
Calder's.
just going to move you out of the way.
Yeah. And then I'll just try and bite this poor man. Oh, actually, as I do, you'll see as flames kind of start to like drift back behind him as I'll use my chromatic infusion so that I get a D4 fire on each attack.
Nice.
And then I will make these attacks at advantage because of flanking. Let's do it. First one is a natural 20.
Hey, there you go.
For,
Natural 20.
Yeah. So that'll hit, and then let me do the second one, then I'll roll some damage up. Second one
Natural 20! 20!
Second one is an, I want to say 18. Yeah, it's an 18.
An 18 will just hit.
Oh, all right. So. This is too much. All
So
right.
what's the damage for the first one?
The first one, yes, is
That's
a
the natural
D8
20.
plus a D4. So we got, oh my god, an 8 on the D8 for 16
Ooh.
plus
My guy.
6
Yeah.
fire. And then,
So 22 points of damage.
yes, and then plus 3 for my strength, so 25.
Okay. Yep.
And then the second one is 7 piercing, 1 fire.
Okay, well, that's another 8 points of damage.
And with each of those strikes, as I bite into them, I kind of rip out a piece of flesh, and each one heals me 3 hit points as well.
It sure
Even though
does.
my Proficiency. The first one only, actually, because I go above half.
Yeah.
And I just run up to him, and you see the flames kind of, he bites in, and it pulls it out and leaves this burn, almost like cauterizing the wound with each bite. Take like one out of his like midriff and one out of his thigh.
Yeah, and as you do, all you hear is him let out a scream. Ah! He just screams in agony. He's looking rough.
Great. And I'll just stand there. I'm there now.
Okay. Isaiah, you were next.
Isaiah's gonna call out, "Ook, take her down. Egg, get Calder." And then I'm gonna see if I can't introduce this nice fellow's head to my hammer. Would you like to say hello? Oh, that's only no, it's with the +1, so that is an 18.
That'll hit.
For 7 damage.
Okay, 7
Follow
points.
it up.
What kind of damage is that? Bludgeoning?
That's bludgeoning.
Okay.
Oh, second attack doesn't go. No, that one's only a 14. And then Ook is going to step in here and try and hit her.
What was the second attack?
It was only 14 to hit.
So he is going to riposte you.
Alright.
Yes. Oh boy, that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Nah, even with shield I can't. So yeah, that hits.
Okay.
That was minus his D4, right? Making sure.
It is not, but now it is. It is a 20 even to hit.
I'll shield that then.
Okay. Post.
Yeah. And then
Once again, the shield. Even though blind, this man seems well trained. Even these attacks seem to be well timed and well placed.
Uka's
Fuck this guy.
for the woman
Yeah.
with a. Oh, jeez, I'm rolling like crap. It's a total of 13 to hit.
That'll miss.
Unless is he flanking with egg?
Was he was attacking the woman, right? Yeah, then that would
Right.
hit. That would hit. Well, roll for advantage. Sorry, it wouldn't hit. Sorry.
9 and 6 is 15.
That will miss as well.
Yep.
Apologies. She
Yeah,
just
I'll-
be dipping and dodging between the two hulking Eggval and Ook. She is quick. By the way, this woman is I didn't really give her an explanation. She has long flowing blonde hair. She seems to be human as well. In black and brown leathers. The rapier, like I said, is this beautifully crafted suit. It's very, very long and oddly shaped for a rapier. But she seems to be from almost a different. You would look at somebody and be like, "Oh, she's not from around here," just by the clothing they're wearing. That is what she would be wearing because the leather doesn't sit tightly on her body. It's actually rather loose. Like the straps are loose and flowy. Interesting outfit she has on. She has like a hood that you would see if it would be pulled up that would cover the majority of her face. It seems to be sat down now, like halfway down her back. It's an odd mixture of like leathers and wool and this different type of outfit that you guys never have seen before, but at least don't recognize immediately. Is that it, Isaiah?
Yep.
Calder.
Who did we?
Oh
piss
God,
off?
I get to. Wait, no. Am I up already?
No, you have a death save.
You down?
Oh, I didn't know had Eggval and Ren gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been a whole round, my friend.
wow, Jesus. All right.
At this.
One success.
One success.
Oof.
What'd you roll?
All right.
An 11.
Ooh.
So close.
On the edge. Yeah.
Look at him. He's just trying to play it off.
He's like, oh yeah, success.
Hey, pass or fail, man.
Not even
Max
good, baby.
consoling himself that even if Calder dies, Calder would be happy about it.
Her
It's
turn.
what he would want.
So she's actually going to disengage. Actually, no, she's not going to. She's not going to. She's just going to move. So Eggval, you do get an opportunity attack.
That will be done. Fuck. There we go. Okay. Duck and die, don't fail me now. You failed me. Hold on. What the fuck is that? It's it's an 11 to hit. I'm sure that misses.
That will miss. She's just too quick for your large, clunky sword.
I'm assuming that would that have been an advantage? Would that still count as flanked or?
I do not believe so.
Because
Okay.
it's when
Let me
she
see
steps
real quick.
out of your range, so she
You're
wouldn't
right,
have been.
exactly.
Yeah. So
at
she
that
would have
point.
moved. Okay. Cool. Very good.
Right. So, she is going to once again, go for an attack against you, Redrick, as she just quickly moves out of the way of you, Eggval, realizing where the threat lies, and her companion. She's going to once again makes a quick few stabs at you. So
She can try. Going for it
she's
again.
probably going to succeed. That is going to be maybe. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Minus a D4?
Did you? Yeah.
Minus the D4. Let me see. Thank you. I
Thank
would
you.
never be able to do this job without all of you. A 16 to hit.
Still hits.
Okay.
Ah.
So, she gets to roll sneak attack damage here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Does she get sneak attack?
Yeah,
You're
because you're
engaged.
engaged with one of her allies.
Although he's
Oh,
blinded,
right.
so does that still count? I guess it
Yeah,
still
it
counts.
does.
Still engaged.
Yeah.
6. That's going to be 20 points of piercing damage to you.
And it's all piercing.
Yes, all piercing.
Okay. Oof. Thank you, resistance.
Raging.
Yeah, thank you, rage.
Mm-hmm. That's what the good thing about being a barbarian is. But that is 20 piercing, reduced to 10,
Yep.
since you were raising.
Alright.
As you feel another one of these, actually it's a couple this time, there's a few of these jabs just, you can feel pierce your scaly skin.
Ow.
And that is going to end her turn. Eggval, you are up.
Okay. Well, if you moved over there, I guess I'll just saunter on up over here. And I will. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I'll saunter over here real quick. And I'll reach down. I'll cast. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level on Calder.
Okay,
Oh man.
go ahead and roll.
Double check. So that should be 3d8 plus my charisma. So that's an 8. I haven't rolled it yet. I'm just trying to fucking find my d8s. I didn't get my die together. Hey. Okay. That is 13 points of healing, my boy. You are.
Nice.
Hey.
Oh.
Hope not looking too bad. But then I am just going to, after having to at least get Calder back to stable breathing, I will shift myself back across and hold fast. That's my turn.
Okay. It is now Percor's turn. So you can see that he's battered and wounded. And you can see him starting to back off a little bit, being shaken by the blindness, kind of like trying to shake it off. Fine then. This is how we're going to play. He just bangs his fist on his chest a couple times. You can hear the metal gauntlet kind of clang off his steel armor. He's going to second wind. All right. Get 14 hit points back. And then he's going to lash out first at you, Redrick. Okay.
Gonna say he can try, but I've learned that doesn't work.
That's an 17 to hit.
Minus D4
Yeah, it was a 1. It was
at
18 total.
disadvantage.
It
Yep.
hits.
Okay.
It hits.
All right. Okay. Where are all my dice? I seem to throw my dice everywhere, and I can't keep track of all of them. That is going to be 14 points of damage.
Oh my god.
That's slashing.
Alright.
Reduced to 7. His second attack is going to be on you, Isaiah. Uh, 8 plus 7 is 15 to hit. A miss? Alright, you're muted, by the way, just letting you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, that makes
Yeah, okay, perfect. That'll miss.
Like,
And after you, that misses. God damn it! And he's going to action search, and he's going to attack again. This time he's going to do this. We're going to do it on the same two, so first attack.
Mr. Bill.
Disadvantage. That is going to be a 13 hit, Redrick. Did not
Miss.
roll well on that.
Hey.
First time someone's missed me this fight.
Nice.
And the next one is on you, Isaiah. Holy smokes. Well, that's not too bad. That's actually going to be a 20 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Where does my dice keep going? It's not going to be too bad. 7 points of slashing damage is what that is going to be to you, Isaiah.
Hardy, right?
Okay. That is going to end his turn. It is now Velkin's turn. What would Velkin do here?
She casts a 9th level spell, Time Stop.
I hate to do this. I really do, because it's working out so well for us.
What are you doing?
Sorry, but we've been rules lawyering all night about the
Go
band
ahead.
and everything. He gets to
About the what?
save at the end of each of his turns.
Ah,
For the blindness?
Yeah.
For the
No,
bait.
I've been making the save.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Never mind then.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
He has not saved from it. With the Bane. All right. So you know what I think she's going to do?
Born in the dark.
I don't think she's gonna run. I think she's going to reach out with the gloves and cast
Oh.
Burning
Who really adopted
Hands.
the darkness?
Nice.
She'll cast it at 2nd level. Let's do that.
I was molded,
I'm up.
molded by.
All right. So
Say it too much, it becomes an N.
he does get advantage on this though. Well, that's not good. He's going to definitely fail. Right, so that's 2d6.
Boosty.
Toasty. Okay, so that's 46, right? Big old fat 46. All right, well that's pretty good. 5.
Pretty good.
That's actually kind of shitty.
It's
Well,
I lied. Sorry.
pretty
guys.
good.
Way to get our hopes
Pretty
up.
good. No, it's not.
I thought there were 6s, but those are 2s.
Second.
So.
how dare you monster.
That's only going to be 8 points of fire damage.
Something.
He hasn't really been touched at all this fight.
Third of the actual damage you can do.
Yep, I rolled 2 2s, a 1, and a 3, guys. So
Oof.
This was against
pretty
Footstabber.
this is him,
Ankle biter.
ankle biter. As she reaches out, you can
Yes, sir.
see he just kind of takes the flame and it just envelops him. And underneath, you can see the hair on top of his head is beginning to singe and curl with the flames. He's just looking at her with wild eyes and menace. Let's see. I think that's all she's going to do. So that's going to end her turn. It is now his turn. Wasn't that cute? I've had way worse. And he is going to attack recklessly with D4.
Remember, you're not allowed to kill Velkin. while Kate's
I
not
kill
here.
everyone I want. Okay? What is her
I do what I want.
AC? I kill who I want. I kill who I want, where I want, when I want. 14. That's definitely going to hit, even with the D4. Okay. So the first one, I'm just going to roll for the second one here, see if that hits. Natural 20.
Oh fuck.
Oh
Oh.
no!
Oh,
So the
fuck.
first one is going to be...
If you kill Kate's character playing her while she's not here,
9. Second one is going to be 8 plus 3 is 11, so 20 points total.
Oh,
Sweet
Slash
Jesus.
damage.
is she okay?
She's looking rough.
Fuck.
That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah,
As he
right.
just kind of walks through the flame and slices out with 2 massive swipes against Velkin. You can see one catches her on the shoulder, the other one sends her spinning. There's panic in her eyes as he just encroaches on her position. Let's see if he makes a save. I do believe he makes his save too, so he's no longer blinded. Finally, rolling like
Damn it.
shit for those.
You mean you were rolling great for us?
That's true. That is going to be the end of his turn. Ren, you were up.
okay. I'm
Yeah.
going to. I'm gonna get to here, and then I'm going to chuck a dagger at the big guy, and that is just a straight roll now because you said he saved. Right.
This guy down here?
No. I'm going for the leader still.
He is still blinded.
Oh, he's still blinded. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The other
So,
guy wasn't
yeah,
blinded; he was only baned. I thought,
Oh.
and I don't know if he
okay.
gets
Yeah.
a save against
Well,
Bane.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Sorry. I knew that.
Shit. Okay. So that's first one.
I was still making the saving
19.
throw anyway.
Okay,
I thought you were
19 to hit.
that will hit.
Okay, and sneak attack. Come on, 6s. Okay. All right. So 6, 12. So another 16 points of damage,
Okay.
and
Nice.
I'm gonna hawk my second dagger at him. And as I hawk the second dagger at him, I'm just gonna yell over to the halfling, "Your buddy's turning into a pincushion ankle biter." Ooh,
Come
that's
on.
definitely gonna hit.
Come on.
Okay, so that's 25 to hit for the second dagger.
That'll hit.
All right, and so that's a D4. Where's my D4? I'm sorry, I've never used D4. All right, here we go. All right, so that'll be 5 points of damage on the second dagger.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Cassis.
All right, I am I'm using one of my attacks to reload, and I'm using the walloping ammo because why not? And
Wow.
I am going to make an attack. Wallop. I'm going to make an attack roll at the woman, the fucker there. So let's do this. Come on, come on. Oh, that's bad. That's only 13.
That'll
Come
miss.
on.
Balls. Okay. Well, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Oh.
At the end of your turn, you let off a shot. You can see it skips off one to the top of the sarcophagus, sending dust and debris everywhere. And as the shot rings out, Perker yells out, "Your friends harbor chaos! You do not know what this man tries to wield! Why do you try to stop me?"
Who's he talking about right now?
Isaiah, specifically.
Okay.
Anything else, Cassis? Movement? Staying where you are?
Nope, I'm staying put because I got
Okay.
range, so
All
I'm
right.
good. I just kind of say, leave my friends alone and call it at that.
They don't like you
Redrick.
playing with that blue flame, dog.
This guy can't see me, so I'm still trying to take advantage of that. Come on. All right. So yeah, just 2 attacks with the bat. Let's do it. Nat 19 for a 25.
That'll hit.
Oh, y'all.
All right. I'll do damage on that real quick. And I was forgetting to add my rage damage earlier, by the way, but it's okay. So that is 8 total damage, 3 fire. 3 of that's fire. And then
Okay.
second attack is I did add rage that time.
Nice. Pretty sure I forgot to add some damage earlier, too.
Yeah.
Don't feel too bad.
And then second attack is a 21.
That'll hit.
Would it a nat 1 with that advantage there. And then that one's damage will be and 11, and 2 of that is fire.
All right.
If it matters.
Nice.
And what are you lashing out with that time?
They're both bite attacks, so just kind of. And you said they both hit,
Yes.
so then I heal 6 as well.
And as the last kind of grips the part of his neck and you rip out and blood just kind of flies and you just have a chunk of this man's muscle, you can see that he's just covered in blood and wounds and his armor's all dented and scratched. He says, "I yield! Let me live!" Is all he says.
Like that.
I'll like laugh, but very like draconic, kind of like a deep sigh comes out.
All right, Isaiah.
What's it gonna be, Dad?
What you gonna do?
Isaiah will look at him and just say, "You gave up your right to life when you attacked us." And he's gonna swing for the fences.
Okay.
Swing away. Oh, that's a 24 to hit
That'll hit.
for 10 damage. He's still conscious?
So that first one, is actually going to end him. So, how would you like to kill him?
Lethal or non-lethal, Isaiah?
Technically, Redrick
Gallagher
had
him?
ended him last time. He got him to like 1 hit point, so he yielded at that point. So, any damage pretty much at this point,
Yep.
may turn severe, whether you want it to be non-lethal or lethal at all. So,
He just
it's up to you.
spins the hammer in his hand.
You just hear in your head from Ren, please don't.
And cracks him at the base of the skull, almost taking his head off.
Okay. You just see
Without thoughts about whether or not it's lethal. So
in this flash of lightning, you can see the blood kind of mix with the light of the sparks as he just falls face first into the dirt.
and then I'm gonna run up. Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Move out of the
man.
way. He's gonna run up and just try to pound Ankle Biter into the ground while he's distracted with Vilkin. Do we still get flanking?
You would get flanking.
Yeah. That's 10 and 7 is 17.
That'll just miss.
Oh. Alrighty. And then I'm gonna have Ook turn around and try and wallop this person behind him.
Okay.
Wow.
If I can keep my dice on the table. Oh, nice. That's a 17 and 6 is 23.
23, that'll hit.
Oh, not great damage though. Only, I think it's plus PB. Yeah. So that's only 5 damage though on her.
All right, 5 damage to her. Anything else?
Nope, that's the total of our turns.
All right, Calder.
Okay,
You're breathing.
first I'm gonna stand up. Do that. Kind of push myself up with one arm and then the other. Seeing, I didn't mean to do that. Seeing that guy down, I'll just kind of grunt and move over to flank with Ook here and attack old lady. Whoa. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
And I'm gonna dump a first level smite into that. 13 plus 10 for 23 points of damage.
Okay.
She's still standing.
She is.
I'm gonna go again. Uh, 20 math, 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
I'm gonna leave this one regular. Ah, balls. 6 points of damage.
6 points. She still stands, but she took a few massive swipes. Now being surrounded, you can see her look at her fallen companion, kind of wide-eyed, and as she does, you come up beside her, just swipe out with your the new sword that you have acquired, causing her to drop to one knee, breathing heavily at this point, not saying anything. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. It's her turn. She is going to disengage.
Sentinel.
Okay.
God damn.
27 to hit.
That'll hit.
12 points of damage.
Okay. Still standing.
Damn.
She's going to say something in a language I don't think any of you understand. And she's just going to lash out at you one last time. So she's going to attack you, Calder.
Disadvantage for Mook.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Right. Okay. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay.
Deflect it with the shield.
She just swings out at you wildly. That's going to end her turn. Eggball.
Yes. I'm just double checking something. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. As my action, I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level.
On who?
On fucking ankle biter short stuff, Crazy Pants McGee.
Pants McGee.
Full name.
Ankle biter short stuff, Crazy Pants McGee. From
That
of the McGee
full
family.
name.
It's actually Wallace the Foot Stabber, so.
Of the Hardcastle McGee's.
That is
Yes,
a
sorry,
natural 20 on the wisdom saving throw.
Damn.
Okay. But
Half
at
damage.
least. I was gonna say, so at least you
half
take half damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess as I cast it
4d6.
in giant, I'll say go hide back into the shadows, or else this place will be your gallows. Whoa.
The rhymes.
Whoa. So that's 2nd level. That's 4d6. Just so, and I have exactly 4d6. So let's see what happens. Oh, these are good numbers too. That's 20 points of psychic damage reduced to half because you saved on that natural 20. My
And
friend.
it's still pretty good.
I mean, it is.
That's good.
Just kinda
Isaiah
hoping
and
for-
Velkin, you see him kind of kind of grip his head for a moment. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Velkin's turn. I believe, yes. Wizard,
Finger's
you know?
death.
When you're not staring,
No.
when you play a wizard, right? You
Yeah.
stare at your character sheet until your next turn, so you know what you're doing. When you're
Yeah.
DM
Yeah.
playing a wizard, you're like, oh yeah, she has all this and this and this.
Oh yeah. Been there.
Yes, hug.
I mean,
I
Oh.
think what she's going
if she
to
blinds
do.
him, she can run away for free.
Yeah, but I don't think Belgin's like a blinding type of person. I think she wants to kill everything, right? Am I thinking?
Probably.
I mean,
I think
that
what
sounds-
she's gonna
Has
look
a
at him.
feel
and-
to it.
She does have a glove.
Yeah, do you want me to burn Isaiah in the meantime? Burning
Ooh,
hands.
to the
This.
side.
Actually,
Yeah.
that could be interesting.
No. So what she's going to do? I know. Sorry.
No.
Absorb
No,
elements is so useful. Sometimes.
What she's going to do? She's going to look at him and say, "Those that hunt the purveyors of magic deserve death." And she's going to reach out with both of her hands. You see these tiny little, what look like images of clocks, kind of appear in both of her hands, and all of a sudden, these like clock hands, and magic missile is going to. She's going to cast magic missile, and these things begin to pierce through this tiny little individual.
Pointy.
Oldie but a goodie.
Okay.
He's just a wee little guy.
You see, I have these tiny ankles.
6. 4 is 10 points of damage.
Doge.
Apparently he gets stabbed in the foot with them.
As he begins to get pierced by all these clock hands, he kind of like droops his shoulder for a moment, almost like he's in thought. And he's going to attack Falcon twice.
Going down fight.
Natural 20.
Oh!
And the second one is going to be a 23.
Against the level 5 wizard. Ooh.
Yeah.
Kate's heart is breaking.
Mm.
And she doesn't even know it.
Yikes.
I think she's
It
got more
happens,
HP
man.
than Isaiah does, so she'll be
It
fine.
happens.
I was gonna say, I don't. Yeah,
So the
she's not even
first
watching.
one is definitely going to down her.
Oh shit.
And as she gets down, she falls to the ground, and the second one is he lays the battle axe into her as she's on the ground. She's not dead. Sorry, I didn't mean to put the X.
Yeah.
No, that's still too
That is
fast.
two death saves
Shit.
failed.
She has failed 2
Yeah.
death saves though,
Shit balls.
I mean, at least it was just her turn.
Shit.
That's a plus.
and he just turns to you menacingly as he rips out the battle axe. Isaiah, you can see the purple blood kind of dripping onto the floor. Blonde hair kind of tattered and burnt in his face. Breathing heavily, he just turns back towards you. That's going to end his turn. Ren.
Seeing that, Ren's gonna look away from the horror of the Gallagher watermelon head and
Look
So-
over to the horror of the Velkin on the ground.
rush over here and take a shot at Fucknuts. And he's reckless. Is he reckless?
He's reckless.
All right, so advantage.
Yeah.
It's probably still not gonna. The first one probably won't. 15 to hit. All
That'll miss.
right, second dagger. Fucking Christ! All right, that misses too.
You miss. As you toss both daggers, the first one just tinks off the side of his armor, kind of dissipating. And the other one hits off the sarcophagus and also dissipates. It seems like the your panic state at the moment, seeing Velkin falling, has kind of weakened your psionic energy at the moment, and it seems like it did not make as deep as an impact as they
Okay.
were once before.
just kind of shaking, like actually, like kind of pretty upset by this whole thing. She's just gonna look at the halfling and say, "I don't want to hurt you," and that's it. That's the turn.
Castus.
Okay. Seeing Velkin down and just this is becoming just a little nightmare. He's gonna Fucknut McGee down there. He's reckless, so I get attack. I get advantage on attacks, right?
Yep.
My distance. Woo. Okay. I'm gonna fire. First attack is fuck. It's actually no. 10 plus 18.
That just hits.
Okay. So 1d10. Oh, that's not.
DC 10 strength save to resist the walloping ammunition.
Yeah, he's gonna do it, but it's 8 points of piercing damage, and why not do a roll for a strength save?
Oh,
Minus
Probably
a
has
D4.
advantage.
Minus the
Is-
D4.
Could always happen.
Could happen. It's not gonna happen. That is going to be a 19.
Second shot.
Okay.
I just kind of try to like just give up. That is a 20. That's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
One more shot down, and let's roll. Let's do rolled well. Gimme. Is 9 points of piercing damage.
9. That'll be reduced.
Cool.
Okay. Both shots just impacting.
Crack.
It seems like thudding against this his plate armor. Poof, poof. The rage seeming to take some of the damage.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Frederick.
All right. As this guy in front of me kind of falls, I'll like take my teeth off him and just look to the next person, just trying to like bite her right like on the wrist, right? So I'll try and do that like on the forearm.
What we didn't know is that Frederick is truly a lichen.
Exactly, the whole
Indeed.
time. He is like very like monstrous, like on like his
Air dragon?
all fours right now, basically.
You're very bitey.
Yeah. That is going to be a 20 to hit. Reckless.
That'll hit.
Oh wait, no, I have flanking, so not reckless. All right, and that one's going to do. Let's see. 2 plus 5 plus 1, 7 piercing, 1 fire.
7 piercing, 1 fire.
Yeah.
As you bite down, she's not really paying attention to you. As you bite into the back of her neck, you hear kind of a small little yelp. You see the fire kind of burn across the wound, and as you rip off, she falls lifeless to the ground.
Hell yeah.
Good. And that was definitely meant to be as lethal as possible. 3 more.
I
from
figured
that.
if you don't want it to be, you don't have to make it.
Oh no, that is 100%.
This kind of I figured with as Redrick.
Yeah, and
We're
then
gonna be cleaning up on it for bread.
kind of just like almost goes back for another bite, but like pulls himself away, and will run over here and make his second attack against this guy. This one will be reckless, so I guess yeah, they both work technically, but that's gonna be a total of 16.
That will miss.
Alright, I have a feeling.
As your jaw just catches his armor as he just sticks an arm out.
Broke a tooth. But
my tooth.
Yeah, then I will just kind of like get that back down into that like all four stance and just kind of be ready.
Okay, Isaiah, you are now up.
Like the most intimidating crab.
Yeah, exactly. I'm shuffling.
Isaiah will
Intimidation crab.
Yeah.
just nice and high and almost swing at this guy and then just go, Calder, get over here! And he's gonna move over here and dump a 2nd level cure wounds into the.
Dead.
Good move. Good move.
3 is 11 plus 3, so total of 14 HP.
14.
Oh.
Back to the V-Dog.
And then we're gonna have Ook
dog.
do his
Oh,
Oogie
Dog.
business. He's got a 40. He's got 40-foot movement, so he's gonna come.
Wow.
DJ Velky
Flanking with Redrick and try
Oh no.
play whack-a-mole. 14 and 6 is a total of 20.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
As a barreling orangutan comes flying into a halfling plated in armor. So,
Get
For
that
4
ass.
damage, reduced to
Four
bit, I guess.
yeah, reduced to 2. Still, though,
It's damage.
damage is damage. Anything else?
Nope, that's us.
Calder,
Damage is damage.
beaten and bloody, surrounded by
Yeah.
2 dead bodies and a head.
Filled with rage.
Actually, there is no
wings-
head. It's just brain goop.
No.
Yeah, wings still out. They'll kind of like drag behind a little bit as I full out like run up to this guy, growling menacingly. I'm going to attack.
I might have screwed up the helmet on your plate. I'm sorry.
you know, I don't need a helmet as long as I got the rest of it. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
2nd level smite.
Ooh.
Boy.
Not playing around.
No, sir. Wait. It's 1 for the sword, 2 for normal, and another for that. Okay. Ah. 8, 11, 18, plus 10 for 28 points of damage.
That'll do it. How do you want to do it, Calder?
I'm gonna run up and just fucking take his head off.
Ooh.
And as you do, there's a brief moment of silence as the halfling stands there with his head down. You just see it fall off and hit the floor.
And then I'm gonna just shield bash his body to knock him over.
Kind of bumps into Velkin, and it kind of rolls over her body. She kind of shoves him off and stands up.
I'll like almost just like bend down, like start like biting on him and like starting to like rip the armor pieces off and like biting into like the forearm and stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Redrick, I need that armor. Redrick, I need that armor.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna run over, and I'm just gonna start dishing out healing. If everyone's cool with that.
Ren is immediately looking for a way to open the door.
Yeah. Who looks super hurt right now?
I'm almost at half. I'm fine.
Don't look at
You're
me.
fine. Castus is going to join Ren.
Good. Velkin is still pretty hurt. What's
I'm actually
14 hit
pretty
points.
okay.
okay?
I'm almost at half.
I'll toss 15 points of lay on hands into Velkin. I'll after I like breathe for a couple seconds and calm myself down a little bit, the wings retract, the like blackness pulls away from the eyes. I'll step forward, I'll just put a hand on her shoulder, dump a couple points of healing, and then kind of look around and take stock.
As Isaiah tries to talk to like Redrick, I'll kind of like look up at him for a second, and you see like for a second like there's like a recognition in like his eyes, which are like just like slits at this point. And then he'll like kind of like dejected almost walk over to the girl that wasn't wearing armor and begin chowing down that instead.
Fair.
As you are,
Jesus Christ.
Ren,
Horrifying.
Only lasts for like
And
30 more
Redrick.
seconds though, but
Oh shit.
you both
Oh,
hear
God.
simultaneously, but two different voices say, Ren, you hear this. They know nothing about chaos. Redrick, you hear the same line, except in a lighter voice. You hear, they know nothing about chaos.
Ren's just gonna think really hard. Why the fuck are you talking to me? But she's still just looking for a way out.
You hear no response in your head.
Angrily looking for a way out.
Angrily.
The doors are there. You and Castus both open them to the cool
Okay.
night air of Hardcastle. I don't know if you open
Immediately
them the whole way,
leave.
but
Once-
the door's there.
Once,
No, I just
once
since
the
they
door is
closed, I thought
open,
they were gonna.
I step out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start looking through
Yep, I'm
bags
gonna help.
and shit. Also, you said were they both wearing plate armor?
Yes, but one's made for a halfling. The other
Okay,
one's
I'll-
for a male.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull his off.
Okay.
for the halfling one.
It is heavily damaged. It would definitely need to be repaired and refitted to fit you if you were
Sure.
to wear it. Right.
Sure.
Calder, how messed up you looking?
You know.
Okay, I'm gonna so I guess yeah, as you start having to run and kick that off, I'm gonna come over and just give you a couple pats on the back, and you're gonna need a second level cure wounds.
Apologies. It was they knew nothing about chaos. Assuming they were referring to
Yeah.
those that you just slayed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm.
Past tense. Yeah.
I said no, but I meant new.
Because they did.
Dead.
Calder, you heal 17 points.
Ooh,
Go ahead and roll
nice.
me an investigation check, Calder.
Thank
You're
you.
going to be searching
Uh,
through
I
there.
will help with that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
As
How's your investigation?
Castus leaves,
You want to take the advantage?
you want to give me? All right. I can
Yeah,
do
you
that.
go for it. I'll help you.
All right.
leaves, and he
It
gives
probably
Ren
makes
kind of a
sense. I
very,
know a bit
very
about how
mournful
armor
look
fits together.
as he steps out.
Well, more than that, like
Ren's
looking through
stepping out,
bags
too.
and seeing what we can find on
Hey.
these dudes.
Maybe
Okay,
you
say that again.
should've-
So hold on, guys. Say that again, Cassis.
So, as Cassis is leaving, he kind of gives Ren a very mournful look, and he just kind of steps out without a word. He doesn't go all the way out, but he goes up the steps to basically where the entrance is, so he can get some fresh air and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ren's gonna follow. She's not gonna say shit. She'll meet your eyes, mirror your expression, and just want some air.
Murderers. Anyway,
I don't give a shit.
go ahead and
Ren
roll me
cares.
the investigate. Go ahead and roll me the investigation check, guys.
I'd love to roll it, but I already did.
Mm.
13.
At
13.
advantage?
Yeah, I got a 3
Jesus.
and a 7.
Jesus.
Wow.
That was.
All right. So, you do find a couple of things.
I will burn a spell slot to do detect magic, just to so I can pinpoint
call.
things that are specifically magical to grab.
Good call.
Okay. So, the individual Percor had some coin on him, a bag of coin and gems, which you do not have counted quite yet.
Yep.
There are how do I say this? A sack that is tied tightly to his belt. It almost doesn't look like it's his, meaning the leather that it's made out of almost looks how do I say this, like primal in a way. It looks like it's made of straight like elk or deer hide, but it's a good basketball size. No, I wouldn't say basketball, like volleyball size sack that he has attached to the back of his belt. And you open that, you do get a sense of magic from the sack, and you open it up, and you see 4 different types of potions.
All right.
2 of them are red viscous liquid that you recognize as healing potions. One is this dark gray and brown earthy substance. Like when you slosh it around, it looks like a dirty type of how do I pronounce or say this, like liquor of some sort. Like, but if you would mix dirt and liquor
Goldschlager.
together, sure, but without the gold. And a small vial of this bluish greenish liquid. You're not too sure what it is.
Interesting.
On the halfling, you find 2 more healing potions and another sack of coin. Not too many magical items on them, and his also looks like it was removed from another individual. Does not look like it's his own. Made of the same like hide like material. Off the woman, you find nothing but her rapier, which is not magical. It looks beautifully crafted though, like if it was almost an elven make or very, very expensive, like you would find it in a royal home. The blade is long, fine. It almost seems like if you would bang it against a wall or metal, it would not even show a scratch afterward. The hilt itself is made of this like silver and black design. It kind of swirls and crosses in all different manner of ways. Very finely crafted or finely wound leather on the handle itself. Looks expensive.
All right. And we get the 2 different sizes of plate that are banged up.
It will take you some time to remove it.
Okay. We're going to sit here for a while. And he'll grab the battle axe and what was it, a great sword that Parker was using?
He was using a long sword.
Long sword. All right. I'm
Yep.
gonna grab those.
I may have said great sword, but it was a long sword and shield.
I might not have heard it right. All right.
I can pull you guys back over here, so I'm done looking over to my right shoulder. I've been doing that way too much tonight. I pull you guys onto my other screen because I have Roll20 and everything else
combat.
in front of me.
While we're stripping these poor fellows, Isaiah is gonna say, You guys realize this means we need to leave now, not stay the night.
Yeah.
Whatever Raven Dick was up to, it's no longer off the table.
After like 30 seconds, maybe Redrick like stands up and like wipes his mouth off, kind of like like fuck again. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Same. It does take you a good 20 to 30 minutes to remove both this plate, pack it up, probably haul it onto Ook, and get your things together. The two of you that are waiting outside, was there anything that you wanted to do in the meantime while they were removing the armor from the individuals downstairs?
No, Cassis, he kind of keep an eye out on things, but he is not really in a talking mood at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bryn's also not in a talking mood, but she's going to kind of pace away from Castus. Maybe like, I don't know, 20 or so feet. And then just say out loud, like quietly so that Castus can't hear. Just to see if the tree will fucking answer. Like, what does chaos have to do with anything?
No answer.
And she's just going to mutter, fucking hate you. And that's all.
The 20 minutes go past. Velkin thanks you for healing her, both of you, Egg and Calder. You exit the catacombs, leaving the carnage behind you. And you emerge to see Castus and Ren waiting for all of you outside.
We probably would ask Velkin to clean us up on our way out, so we're not walking through town covered in gold.
She does.
Yeah. Yep. We're leaving now.
Let's go.
Okay.
Ren will hear in her head.
The connection severs.
Ha! Sorry. As you all gather together, the lack of words, tension still high, you make your way down the cobblestone streets of Hardcastle. As you get farther and farther away from the estate, it looms still over behind you, as the moon kind of peeks out behind some of the clouds. You begin to exit Hardcastle, running from what just happened. And the carnage you left, new dead things in the catacombs of the Hardcastles. That is where we pick up next week.
Could we grab our horses real quick?
Yeah,
I didn't say you did not exit the city quite
Okay.
yet. You're on your way out. So,
We still have more to do then.
Oh my god.
Boy,
Wow.
that'll never catch
Yikes.
up to us.
Surely.
Just a
Sure,
just
we should
murdered
share
personal
photos
friends of the Lord of
because-
Hardcastle. No big deal.
Yeah.
Exactly. Listen, Calder's parents apparently were also friends with them, so we can work something out.
Sure.
Anyway,
I don't know that.
Fine.
Oh,
I don't know that.
Oh my
His
god.
folks
if I-
died a few years ago, right? And this new Hardcastle like really rose up a bit in the past few years ago.
I don't know when
True.
they died in relation to when
Yeah.
he was. Yeah, I have no idea, and I don't know anything about them being
Yep.
friends. Otherwise, I would have tried to leverage that
Yeah.
with Raven Dick.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're tuning in, thanks for watching. We love you, appreciate you all. You can catch us on Saturday night. We're going to be doing our nights off, discussing this episode, talking about it, theorizing, and probably crying about things.
it's Raven Scar, not Raven Dick, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
Raven Dick
change
down
my
at
notes. I
canon.
must have caught that wrong. But make sure to check out our podcast. If you can't listen in live, make sure to check out our YouTube channel. We got a bunch of things going on. Join the Discord. We'll be happy to chat with you guys in there. But otherwise, I think that's everything.
All right, guys. The chaos in Hardcastle continued. I guess I should say.
Continue.
Continued.
We've been in
What
Hardcastle
a-
for like 3 hours, guys.
Yeah, not even made an entire night there, by the way. So we will pick
This is
up
why I
maybe
didn't want to
next
come
week.
home.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who knew?
no one ever wants to come home.
This place sucks.
So, be kind, be happy, and make sure to love each other. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Love your